Hello, everybody, and welcome to Season 2. The name of this season is called Lyres Quest, A Mage's Demise. The Mage's Demise.
Saw the name of the thing change.
Yes. As you know, in the last season, at the end, you met the Big Bad, who has successfully combined the universes together. Combined all of the worlds into one. And because of that, you all had about a day to go back to your loved ones and talk to them for about a day. And as you were talking to them, strange things started happening. The sky started changing. Started getting darker and darker and darker. The clouds started disappearing. The stars started disappearing. Then the trees. Then the ground. And you're floating in a void. Suddenly, just before everything disappeared, you guys were encased in a crystalline structure.
Of the same color?
Here we go again.
Of the same color that you've had before.
Can we all see each other?
Nothing like this has ever happened to me
Please
before.
stop interrupting me while I'm doing stuff. Thanks. As you guys are starting to look around as the crystalline structure appears around your body, you are then put into a deep slumber. Many years have passed. Eons. Centuries. Your names have been written into legend in this alternate world. And as you guys... your consciousness begins to come back, and you are seeing the world through this crystal as cracks begin to appear around it. Suddenly, you hear a loud shatter, and you hear chanting all around you. And this is where you guys, everyone except for Matt, wakes up right now. Matt is not here. Mello...
Please hang up and try again.
Mello is not here. Mello is... but everyone else...
We're released for free?
You guys wake up to bright lights, because you are not used to the light. You have woken up in a world of strange... like, a strange feeling has erupted around you. Something that you don't understand. You have all the memories of which you had before of the other world. And to all your thoughts that you were going to die. You thought you were going to die. And now you are here. Welcome. So what do you guys what do you guys do now?
Are we still in the crystals?
No, you have
No,
broken.
we just
You
broke out of
you
them.
were all broken
No.
free, but Matt, you are not here. You are not in the group. Everyone was all like kind of grouped together, except for you. Only because you decided to redo your character, so you're somewhere else. I have to introduce you later.
Oh, I knew we should have punched that fucking mage in the nads.
So you said that like
Punch
eons
him.
have passed?
Oh, like literally like hundreds
We
of
don't know.
like. Well, you guys don't know, but like in the context of the world, thousands of years have passed.
Well,
I would say player knowledge, we understand that. Character knowledge, we don't know how much time has passed.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing.
I'm going to just like sit there in shock because like I can tell from the fact that I'm not currently in a library that a lot has changed. So I'm just kind of there in shock that I'm not dead and not home either.
I mean, yeah.
Giselle sort of looking at his hands. And he kind of
Oh yeah,
looks
you guys don't have
around.
crystals in your hands or anything.
I mean,
Oh,
he
that's
hasn't.
all gone.
That's actually something I wanted to ask, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
Oh,
Drizal did not have a crystal when everything. Like, he didn't have a crystal.
yeah, but you were
Was he, like-
associated with an area. That's the color of the crystal that you were
Okay.
part of.
Okay. I wanted to, yeah. Drizal sort of looking at his hands and then looks around. Just, you're here. Where?
Are we?
Headache. That is a good question, Cece.
Gil's
We're
just gonna
missing-
be just kind of like stretching himself out.
It was a tiny little crystal that was there.
Somebody's
Which could
bright-eyed and
Yeah.
bushy-tailed already.
Just-
The last thing I
It-
remember,
eh.
I was trying to find my father. And then things started disappearing.
I was studying. I decided after some time I should probably pick up some more protection.
Meat
Then the
eat.
world vanished around me.
I was at my hut, just training, just doing flips and shit.
Were none of you trying to get back to try and stop the... Was I the only one who was trying to get back to everything so we could stop this?
Well, it's part of the reason I was
mean-
trying to find my father. He's more experienced at world hopping than I am.
I was training so I could punch him in the nats.
I mean,
At this
It's been
point,
regrouping and then making each other stronger, too.
I just needed to protect what we still have. Looking around,
It-
looks like currently it's just each other.
Where?
yeah.
We're missing... I don't know if you all have
Concerned.
noticed. Where's Mello?
It's not my
Gil's just
name.
gonna
That's a
scratch
good
his
question.
I
head.
think
Oh,
Where's our mage? Our other mage.
Sorry, Marshall,
don't-
not Mello.
Yeah, I
Where's
don't
Marshall?
really think that we have any. We don't really have any proof to believe that Marshall made it.
Yeah,
I
that's the
didn't
thing.
know where
all
you
of
guys
us, all
were
of us
before
just
this.
suddenly
I-
are here after semi-witnessing the end of
It's
the
very
world.
fair.
And Marshall's just not here. So like, assumptions are
probably
starting.
died. He probably
Like-
died.
About
Oh,
how
no.
we all got to be here.
I don't see
Together?
why he would be the one person to die and the rest of us didn't.
Probably.
can-
honest. Grok would look directly at Drizal at this point, just like, yeah, honestly, if with the way that this happened, if anybody, no offense, if anybody wasn't going to make it, it would probably have been you.
Wow.
No
can I-
offense, you're just the
Rude.
one without a crystal.
Can I
Okay. With that, I understand. Yes.
can I
Yeah,
can I get
it's
an
no offense,
investigation
you,
roll
just
from everybody, please?
You
Make a
got
what?
it.
Can I get an
Investigation.
investigation roll from everybody, please?
We're all just talking. We don't know if there's shit going on right in front of us.
There's been people here the whole time.
oh yeah, we've just been
I don't
shooting
think
the
it's
shit.
I accidentally
Ty, the
rolled
sky
with
is
that.
the sky is blue.
He is more concerned with us.
We
Why
had,
is it
some,
colored?
is
we had some
Wait, am I
good role play going on. It's been a
We did
while
have
since
some
I've
good
seen
roleplay.
some good RP.
Like you said, the sky is blue, and I'm like, the sky is me color.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
Oh, wait.
I think there's people.
So,
there
directly
100% is. I just haven't thought that was
Well,
important.
directly in front of you, you see 6 humanoid mages. They are standing standing around you, like in a semicircle around you. They are holding their hands out, palms facing you, and in the palms of their hand are small, multicolored gems.
Oh, I don't like this.
Are we fighting already? Goddamn! I just woke up.
It takes Giselle a minute to realize that everybody is realizing something, and he, what? Oh,
I look at my
oh.
hand. I look at my hand, and then I look to the gems, and I just say to them, "I'm only gonna take one guess what those are for, and it's probably
But I got rid of
something
that.
that we've
I
done
don't want
before."
one.
Where's Sword?
They close their
I will-
hand. They close their hands, and they're like, "It's a good thing that we've woken you up when we did." So
I'll be right back, guys.
yeah, no problem. So we found you guys scattered across all of Lyre. The world that we're in is called Lyre. We all across Lyre. We have gathered you all here, and when we did, you guys started glowing. So we started praying. And when we started praying, that's when the first crack started to form. And that was a few years ago. And every day we have returned to pray, and the cracks grew stronger, grew deeper and deeper and deeper, until now you are free.
Who did you pray to? What god do you
I was going
serve?
to say, may I ask who you were praying to?
We need to know this.
Yes, please don't say us. Please don't say us. Please don't say us.
No. We were praying.
Like that's under his breath, just.
We were praying to Lyre, the world.
That's respectable.
Wait. Lyre, the world.
I am unfamiliar with this.
I'm not familiar with Lyre, yeah.
Says the
Yoke's
one who
gonna
has
throw
the
his
best
hands up like,
religion.
I don't know what's going on.
So, you may not know this, but this world is not a globe. We are being traveled upon through time and space through the god Lyre. You were so out of character.
Wait,
you ever
someone's
see
traveling on us?
Like the world on the turtle's
Let
back.
him
like the
explain,
world
guys.
on the
Oh my God,
turtle's back?
Discworld?
Yes, exactly like that.
Woo!
Okay.
Yeah,
This is why I paid
Discworld!
attention to mythology class. Let's go.
I love the idea. Giselle is
Lyre-
kind of squinting because he has no idea what is going on.
I love how they started with this world is not a globe. How does somebody from a world that isn't a globe know why a world would be a globe?
Because we have seen many worlds.
Oh, all right, yeah, that would do it.
How to do it, yeah.
You guys are upon the serpent god Lyre.
Your world is a snake.
Our
That's-
world is a snake. Yes.
That's not.
you
what
may-
we
you
said
may-
when
Apparently, we're on the
we-
back of a snake.
How does gravity work here? The snake constantly casts the spell gravity at
There
all
you go.
times.
How does gravity work? Fuck you. That's how.
Yeah.
How
I
does
would have
gravity
just
work?
accepted. I would have just accepted the response. It just does.
It's
Yeah.
magic,
How does
bitch. It
gravity
doesn't
work?
need to be explained.
Yeah,
How does
we're
gravity
on a
work?
giant
Snake
magic
magic.
snake. I don't think I need to know how.
How does
gravity
oxygen work?
works.
Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. That's how.
But yes,
How
you
does
are.
anything work? Snake magic.
Yeah, snake magic. So you guys are in a city on the snake's back. The city I had it written down. Avaris.
Okay.
So as you guys start to pay attention to your surroundings, that's what the investigation roll was mostly about. You guys realize that you guys are in the city of Averis. And I will transport you there now. I know that it says Sacred City of Aquawind in the corner. That is not the city that we are in.
Yeah.
You guys are in the center of town. You guys were technically the statues that they put up in the center of town.
Oh.
As the crystal shattered and they were cheering, a crowd begins to form around you. It's about midday. It's around like 11 o'clock. And a familiar face appears from the crowd walking towards you. It is Marshall.
I was summoned first.
You were here first. You have been here
my God.
You've been here for a while. You've been here for a couple years.
Okay.
Marshall, you're alive.
Holy shit!
Honestly.
Someone actually. Holy shit! It's the peanut gallery. Let's go.
Oh, and you didn't know that they were in there because the crystals were opaque, so you couldn't see inside. All you saw was that they were like humanoid figures. You guessed that it was them because Tiny Crystal had otter.
Because giant
Yeah, there was an
crystal-
otter-sized crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and like all of the crystals were somewhat color coded to our original crystal colors.
Yeah, but that
So like,
but they also have crystals. So
I'm gonna fly in and give him a hug. The magic bros are back.
heavy asterisks there, Snowy.
What do you mean, heavy asterisks? My character loves everyone except you, Grok.
No.
As you guys get familiar with the world that you're in, with the gravity of the area, because the gravity here is a little bit lighter than the gravity you are used to, so it's kind of, you're getting used to it and all that. You guys, I would like everybody to roll me Arcana.
Oh, great. Okay.
Alrighty.
Yay!
Can I choose to fail because it's magic? I don't do magic.
No, you have to roll.
Okay.
I have a +8 to Arcana.
I actually got a 17. I'm actually.
You did
really
better than
happy
Raven.
with that. How did I do better than Raven? Oh, well.
None of us got under a 10.
No, you
I-
had to say
You
it.
had to say
You stand
something.
corrected.
I said first.
God damn it.
Oh.
As you guys look around and feel the gravity of the area, you notice that the air around you seems strange and weird. I would like you guys to all go to the D&D group real quick and click on the link that I have put down on the ground, that I have put in the chat. This is what
Put down on the ground.
Yeah, put on the ground. That I have put in the chat, and I'm also going to pin it.
Ooh.
Okay.
The area that you
Are we
are
rolling
the
something?
area that you are in is under magical turmoil. Every time that you were to cast a spell of any kind, you are going to roll me a d20.
Oh my god, it's wild magic.
Only a d20?
No, wait. If you roll,
Oh, like
if
magic.
you
Okay,
roll
like wild magic.
5 or lower on that d20, you are going to roll a
Right.
d100.
Okay.
Right. So it works like wild magic. Okay.
It's like
Oh.
wild magic, but I made it a little more interesting. If you were to look,
Oh yeah, no.
if you look on this list,
I looked at it.
every 10 spells something different happens that is awesome or just evil. May I point you to 50 on the list?
Oh god.
I mean, number 10 is Fireball.
Yeah, but look at 50.
Number 100's Meteor Storm.
Yeah, the 100 is Meteor Storm. But look at 50.
Oh, that's just enlarge.
Large reduce.
Oh, did it
D2.
not? Did it remove? Oh shit. Wait. 50 was
Yeah,
supposed to be
50.
Wish.
48 is
Wish
Wish.
is
Oh,
48.
48 is-
Yeah, I'm changing it. 1 second. I need to
Yeah.
remove it.
Yeah, trade wish and
Hang
enlarge.
on, unseeable properties of the universe are rearranging themselves. Hang on,
fine.
guys.
Fine.
Hang
Look,
on.
sometimes you gotta.
I ain't worried about it.
Oh, I'm so stuffed up. While I'm excited about game, I'll admit there was a small hope that Overkill was going to need to cancel because of not feeling well, because I'm so stuffed up. But I wanted to play, and I had already said I was going to play, so I was going to play.
Oh my god. Please, let me type.
Never.
Now Wish is on here
Oh, no.
twice!
Yep,
Now
now,
Wish is
you
on
just have to
51.
delete. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay,
Now Wish
there we
is
go.
50.
Okay. So. Yeah, so that is how this will work in this world. And and that this is why I've been nervous, because I didn't know how you guys would react to this.
I mean, it's a wild magic table. Not exactly
I'm-
the most far-fetched
Well,
out there.
I'm
It's
more
similar,
impressed
but
that
I'm
people
guessing-
know Dingle Doodles.
I am guessing that these are possibly a bit more permanent than wild magic. Or not permanent, but you know what I mean. I don't know.
So
Oh,
any
no,
of the
actually,
spells that
that's-
say touch or any of that will go off at the target that you have targeted.
Okay.
So if you cast Fireball in a group of people and it rolls poorly and it gets like a touch spell, everyone that would have been hit by Fireball will be hit by that touch spell. Same thing goes with this. If you cast Fireball on a group of people and it rolls mass heal, it will mass heal those people.
Oh, that sounds fantastic.
So
That
wait, do the spells happen as well as the spell that you
No,
cast, or
spell-
just instead of?
Your spell dissipates,
Oh.
disappears into the ether, and reappears as the new one. And the new spell that you cast cannot be, and this is the big one, that cannot be counterspelled. Counterspell will only work if you're counterspelling the original spell before it goes off. So there's no regret. So if you choose to not counterspell, and counterspell is the only spell that will not be affected by the wild magic spell. By the wild
Which
magic
makes
table.
sense, because it's more of a reaction. It's
Yeah.
a reaction thing. And...
But every other
Yeah.
thing, Raven summoning his guy,
Oh.
all of that.
Does that count?
Yes.
Okay, this is going to be interesting as a druid.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Wild
Even
shape.
summoning my echo
This is where I
count.
benefit.
Yep.
The
Wild.
fucking fighter ability count?
Yep.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yep. Wild
I mean,
shape
technically,
also.
it is magical.
Yeah. Wild
Technically, yeah.
shape also counts if
Yeah.
you cast wild shape and it fails. Everything that does anything alternatively to another person or yourself will be rolled upon.
Oh boy.
Except for
Okay, I have a question.
except for melee spells and counterspell. And you can ask, yes, I will answer your question. Yes.
So In that case, my divine intervention would count as a spell, and I'd have to roll on it.
Yes.
If it triggers, does it still get rid of my divine intervention, or do I still have it? It just doesn't take effect.
It will consume that whatever slot that you use. So like, let's say you use a cantrip and you roll, and it casts fireball. It will not
Okay,
use
no,
a third level spell.
That's not okay. That's not the problem, though.
Oh,
I'm talking about my divine intervention.
Is a consistent thing. Remember, it's that area of effect healing that stays on her.
oh no, that just goes. That just disappears, and the new thing appears.
Okay, so it would be
So-
consumed.
It will be consumed. Yes.
That
That
it's a cool idea, but I don't really like that for that particular sort of stuff.
because that's
like,
our main form of healing.
Yeah,
I mean, it is a spell.
it doesn't feel very. It's not a spell though.
But if
Let's
he's
just-
having it
Yes, 'cause
affect
of
the
magic-
echoes, if he's having it affect the echoes.
Yes. Oh no, I agree
Yeah,
with that.
that.
I agree. If it's like I agree that it's fair in that sense, but at the same time, it's I don't know. For me personally, I'm a bit on the fence. I like it for the spells and everything. It's a really fun inclusion. I'm not huge
Like, I
on it
wouldn't
affecting
even-
those
I
sort
wouldn't
of
even mind it affecting those sort of things so long as it didn't like consume my channel of divinity.
yeah, especially with
It
how
still took
few
my
you get.
action, but I'd have to use my action next turn to rechannel it. But I'd still have it technically.
Channel Divinity
Like, it's-
does come back though, does it not? On a short rest.
During a long rest.
long rest?
during a long rest, and you only get
okay.
like
And it's
Dude,
it's
I
that
have
same
two.
thing. It's that same
And,
thing because channel divinities that that ability I use occasionally that boosts my attack roll by 10.
Oh,
That's channel divinity.
and like my wild shape, I only get 2 wild shapes, and if it turns into a spell instead of my thing that'll give me 10 HP or something,
Yeah.
or if I actually wanted to turn into an animal, I don't really like that if it takes that away.
Like, I don't mind it happening, I just don't want it to be consumed.
Yeah, I don't mind it happening. I just don't want it to consume the resource that it's not actually for. Like if it then instead consumed a spell level, like a spell slot of a similar level, that I'd be fine with.
I'd be fine with that too.
okay. We can do that. That works.
So that it's still consuming something.
All
And
right.
like I said, this is not at all to downplay what you did. This is a really fun,
I like
cool
the
idea.
idea.
And I'm totally cool with the fact that you didn't want to reveal this to us early.
Yeah.
And I want to say I appreciate that you're willing to let us talk about it.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah.
While you're
we
live.
can- yeah. That's.
Yeah, like,
I understand.
Compromises are great.
But and also
Balancing stuff like this can be finicky. And I totally
on
understand.
another note, rage does not count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Rage is
yeah,
just
that's
getting
not
mad.
really-
Barbarians don't.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
magic. That's just being
The
very,
only,
very
the only
angry.
barbarians that really have any sort of magic thing are wild magic barbarians, in
Yeah.
which then their rage triggers a wild magic
Yeah.
surge, which is different.
Yeah.
But
Which I am not.
Oh.
But we don't have one of those,
Right.
so.
Nope.
which is just one more reason why, like, it not consuming my wild shape, their divine intervention
I
stuff.
will fine tune it because of
Yeah.
what you said. I think it consuming a spell slot would be a better idea. So instead of it doing that, I
Yeah.
think it's just I'm gonna have it consume a spell slot. But if you're out of spell slots, I'm gonna have it consume HP.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Does
Hopefully
it
not.
also trigger on cantrips?
It triggers
did
on
say that
yes,
it
it does, yeah. It triggers on anything. On anything
Okay.
that would be externally present. Like even if you let's
But
say
then-
you were to heal someone with like like magic word or whatever, with healing word,
Mm-hmm.
that would
Yeah.
cause it to have to roll. You would have to roll on that as well. Wish
Yes,
would have a
yeah.
chance to fucking summon Meteor Storm on the person you were healing, by the way.
Okay, but turning healing word into mass healing word would be fantastic.
Right? And that's why I put mass healing word on there 7 times. Like, it's on there.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It is. I did notice that it's on there a lot.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
like, I am not... And considering most of what I do is healing, guys, I at least won't be healing the enemy.
I made it so that it's 50% good and 50% bad. So it's
There's just also now that opportunity where that healing word could suddenly turn into fireball.
That too. But also the enemy has to roll on it too.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So that's why I was like kind of hesitant about the whole like ability thing. But then when you explained it the way that you did, I was like, okay, that's fine. But that means the enemy also will be consuming spell slots too. So that's fine. Yeah. So.
But yeah, if it triggers on a cantrip, it will not take a spell slot, or it will.
It will not. It will not.
Okay. It's just if it's on one of our other resource things.
Yes.
That
Let's say you cast a 3rd level spell, and it does like it does firebolt instead. It will still consume your 3rd level slot, but it will only cast the cantrip.
Right. So.
But it could work the other way around. You can summon a cantrip and summon a 9th level spell.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I'm going to do.
Last question from me is, and this is probably something we'll have to figure out as we go, when it is one of our resources, say my shape change, it's not called that, whatever, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
What level spell would it take? Would it take that particular spell level?
The lowest spell slot that you have available.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's the only question I had for that.
So
yeah, because like if my echo suddenly messes up, or my channel divinity, or my or my word priest suddenly decides to be a spell instead, that my level 1 spells got it.
It would be level 1 spell slot, level 2, level 3, level 4 until you've out, and then every time you do, you lose 10 HP.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I like that one. I think that I like that.
Fair.
I was say, because man, that'd suck for like me if it was like, I'm gonna do this and wish. Wish is a 9th level spell. I don't have a 9th level spell slot.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's
Can't you just wish for a 9th level spell slot?
You can, but the thing is that wish will only work. This is what I was gonna do if it does pop up. Wish will only let you do a spell of a spell that you currently can cast.
That's fair. So like that your class can cast, or that you have access to?
That you have in your entire repertoire of that that. Like let's say you have a 7th level slot spell. Like let's say you can go up to the 7th level. Let's say you're level 7 mage, level 7 sorcerer. You can only summon you can only use wish to do a 7th level slot or lower.
Okay.
You can't
only a cleric spell or any 7th
of
level?
that of any spell on any on any book.
Okay.
On anything.
Okay.
As long as it is within.
As long as you technically have the spell slot.
Yeah, as long as you technically have the spell slot.
Got it.
Means later I'm gonna be going and looking to see what things I might want to cast with a wish spell.
Absolutely.
So that I'm not spending 10 minutes going,
And let's say that you don't have spell slots because you're a barbarian. I will say you can do 3rd level spells. Like, you could cast Fireball. You know, you could do whatever of that. Or you can wish or you can wish for items. Or you can wish for upgrades too. You can wish for magic. You can wish for anything, really, within my power. You just ask me and I can say yes or no. Like,
just be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish for the
I
wish for the big bad to die. You don't want that.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
pertaining to this. Say the dumb barbarian finds a fucking scroll.
Yeah.
Does that take into effect?
No, because scrolls are glyphs of warding, and they're not are consumables and not a spell slot.
Okay.
Isn't a glyph of warding an explosive?
No, glyph of warding is a item that contains a spell within a glyph.
Ah, okay.
It can be any spell. Glyph of warding can literally be any spell.
Mm-hmm. Okay. That was my one and only question. Back to being a dumb barbarian.
I mean, Glyph of Warding is a spell, rather.
Yes, I know, but that's the way I explain scrolls, is that they're kind of like Glyph of Warding, where you can just put a spell onto an object. All right.
So basically, whoever made the scroll suffered the consequence.
They've already suffered the consequence of putting the spell on the scroll, which is why they, which is like, yeah, because you've already casted the spell onto the item, so that the spell slot's already been consumed. All right, so what are you guys doing now that you are in town?
I'm heading down and walking up to Marshall and just... Something tells me, you look like you're a lot more comfortable and a lot more... He kind of looks around. What the hell is going on, Marshall?
If only God told me why I've been here for 2 years before everyone else.
Oh, you have no idea. You've literally been here, and you've just been living
Just
day
kind
to
of
day.
woke up.
Yeah, you've just been living day to day. You don't know anything.
So you're assuming that he
I
has...
have zero recollection of my past life.
I mean, you have no recollection of the original Marshall, correct?
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. So he has
when
no
I
idea
went-
who
so
you are.
Oh, so he doesn't
When
know
I
who we
flew-
are.
Yeah.
When I flew in and hugged him and said the Magic Bros are back, he was weirded out as heck.
Oh yeah, you've kind
Okay.
of
Yeah, I was just... I'm pretty much just like... I'm going to viciously mock you.
Marshall.
Seriously, none of it.
Wall.
Get yo ugly ass, feathery looking ass, cockadoodle doo sounding ass.
In the meantime,
Magic Bros.
Gil's just kind of looking
We're
around.
in a world
his-
of magic.
himself,
What
trying
are
to
you
look through his
yapping
sword.
about?
birds are awfully. Have you ever handled a bird before? Because they are very dusty.
Oh, fucking dusty ass.
Dusty ass.
Like, brother, you need to take a goddamn shower.
Fucking 3,000 ass, smelling old.
I've been
Okay.
struck down from the sky with a blazing fire from a lich's arsenal.
Drizzle
I've
just
been
kind of
beat
stepped
down
back and
in caves of flesh.
just gonna kind of look over at...
Nothing hurts
God,
more
and
than
just-
this. And I
God, I
turn
think there's
and I
something
walk
wrong.
away from Marshall.
Do I see the robed people?
Yes.
I go up to one of the robed men and are just like, where are the statues?
These are the statues.
Drizzle just
So you're
kinda
telling
looks
me
over.
this dusty ass bird was in a rock this entire time?
Yes. And they are here to, well, they're going to help. Hopefully they're going to help with our problems.
What
We're more
problem?
That
confused.
depends on two
Of course
things.
there's problems.
First of all, what do you call a problem? Secondly, what do you call
any of these problems that you haven't told me about yet involve me?
Well,
Marshall.
You are a problem.
Oh, I'm everybody's problem.
Oh, yes, we know. You've been our problem for months. What the hell?
They look up and down at you. The plasmoid. What are you again? You're a fighter, right? What are you?
Plasmoid College of Swords Bard.
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah.
Wait. No,
it's why I said I'm going to viciously mock this man.
Okay.
Yes.
I gotta roll a wisdom save?
They look at you and they go, so you may not believe me when I tell you this, and all of them are like looking at each other and they have their hands together. You may not believe me. You may not even know, but you are one of their companions.
I am going to check his insight.
Roll insight. Yeah, he's telling the truth.
So you're telling me that I'm a protagonist?
I guess, yes.
Leans on fourth wall.
All right. Since you know so much about these people, where was I in the pecking order?
Pretty high.
Do you want an actual answer, or do you want a comedy? Or do you want a comedy answer out of character? Do you want a real answer or a comedy answer, Matt?
Do it for the content.
I think that you were pretty low on the pecking order. I think that you were.
No.
I'm going to viciously mock this guard.
Go for it. Roll initiative.
No. Oh. Okay, well, he hasn't changed that much.
Yes, he has. That's not a fireball.
We're back, baby.
Oh, you have no idea, Cece. The first one was an Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, roll initiative.
I don't think the rest of us need to. It's just Marshall.
It's just Marshall. Yep.
Okay,
Marshall.
I need to actually say. Okay, so I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna actually say I cast Vicious Mockery when I want to do it.
Okay,
but I am going to viciously mock people without causing damage.
Roll a d20.
Started insulting a dude and he fell over.
Okay, now roll Vicious Mockery.
I don't want it to cause damage.
No, it's causing damage. You've already declared the attack. And Vicious Mockery
Marshall,
DC 16. Wisdom save. All right.
Marshall, this is a really bad idea. Why do we...
No, that's what's funny!
No, keep rolling.
He looks at you and goes, fucking slime boy.
Now you listen here, you son of a bitch.
Uno reverse. He casted Vicious Mockery on you.
You're not gonna summon fucking random people, say that I'm a part of the group, and then be all like, nah, you were the Wharf. You were the
no, you're the
cat thing from fucking Thundercats.
No, the Wharf was actually useful.
I am not the Gazoo. I am not the Chaozu. I'm not.
No, you're not even Chaozu. You're Yamcha.
Clearly, I'm not the Yamcha because I'm still alive.
My boy Yamcha.
I mean, with the number of times you've been dropped,
at least Krillin was useful.
I feel like Krillin is probably the better answer.
No, yeah. The thing is,
I'll be Krillin. He gets bitches.
Yeah. I mean, Krillin does bag 18.
Actually, I will tell you this right now. You are definitely the Yamcha of the group because you've died twice.
Well, no, that's why he's Krillin. Because Krillin
no, I haven't died. I've knocked out.
But he's still useful.
True, but Marshall doesn't pull bitches.
No, not
Well,
yet.
Well, we don't know.
Maybe
We
he
don't know
will.
what he did with the squirrel. With the squirrel people, we don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I don't want to think
Yeah,
about
maybe
that.
I had some
I
squirrel
don't want to think
dishes.
about that either.
You could have got some squirrel tang.
I hate you guys.
Got some of that squirrelussy.
Squirrel.
Stop!
The
Please.
squirrel.
Do
The
not pass
squishy.
go to
I
Oh,
will leave
God.
that. I will leave the
Prison.
campaign.
Immediately. Prison.
I can't wait for that.
You've got
I
two
can't wait for
options
that to
from
show up
there.
as a YouTube short.
Oh, that
You
one
can't-
Quickly,
You have two
Todd yeet
options from
himself out
here:
of everything.
jail or hell.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Like,
as
Drizzle's just like, oh, this is a really nice lake over here. I'm gonna go drown in it.
Just water.
so as this all
Yeah.
happens,
Nope, it's again.
another guard walks up and puts his hand on your shoulders, Marshall, and he explains to you that you did not survive their demise, but we have implanted part of your consciousness into this temporary host.
So you're saying I'm a vessel?
You are definitely a vessel. Yes. That is why you've only been here for a few years, but but it feels like you've been here your whole life.
Ah,
So we did lose Marshall then.
Your
Technically.
friend has died and was brought here through the ether. Lyre himself brought him to you. Bless be upon him.
so I was chosen by Snake God.
I mean, chosen? No. Necessary?
Let him have this. Just let him have this, please.
You can't let me.
I'll
It's
just
like,
get right up on the guard. Just
Look,
I was
Look,
chosen by Snake God. Well, it was either
guys,
you
guys.
just let him have this.
Let's face it.
Just let him have his
Chosen,
headcanon.
required, same thing.
Is that it's okay? So me being reincarnated from the great hero Marshall has apparently will have greatly explained why I fucking hate this giant walking suit of armor so much.
Oh, by the way, for reference,
State of our notes.
because actually, Raven, can you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Uh-oh.
I was gonna say about the whole god thing in our clerics.
Yeah, I was about to ask about that one and how fast I need to roll a religion check, but
Oh no, your gods are
yeah.
fine. Your gods are in the
okay,
in the
cool.
aether plane, so you don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
This is a different thing.
Okay.
As soon as Cece has a moment, she's gonna try and contact her god, but that's more for a downtime kind of thing.
Just here.
I can't believe I rolled my first roll in the campaign was a d20 and it rolled a natural 20.
What?
Also, Drizzle's just gonna kind of walk over to Gil and just, do you want uppies?
You're gonna notice Gil's just frantically looking around him, like he's misplaced his sword. He doesn't know where it's at.
Oh no.
Raven.
Sword.
Okay, yep. No,
Sword,
sorry. You asked
sword.
at the exact moment.
That's all that's coming out of Gil's mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Drizzle
okay.
just if he looks at it, Drizzle just kind of shrug. I don't know.
So
Do you
I'm
want
back
a higher
doing
vantage
this.
point?
Yeah,
was
roll-
that Constitution?
Constitution.
Saving throw?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw. All right, cool.
Drizzle
Raven, you
picking
notice
Gil
that
up.
your full plate of armor is rusted and kind of dented and kind of more or less in a worse shape that you've ever seen it been in.
Oh, I mean,
This is how
for
I'm
how long that's been there?
This is how I'm gonna lower your AC a little bit to match the parties.
Get nerfed, idiot.
I'm gonna say your
Well,
AC your AC is still pretty high, but I'm lowering it by 2.
Oh, that makes it 23.
Yeah, that's better than
Bro
25.
literally got nerfed in the patch notes.
Yeah,
Basically.
season 2. Get fucked.
New
It's still
Yes,
a good part.
I guess that makes my plate armor a +1 instead of a +3.
Yes, exactly. It's a little less shiny.
I'm
Damn.
gonna say to Gil, that in the event I ever find a way to, or if I ever see an opportunity, I will try to get him a new sword. If
Your
he
sword
can't
is
find his
still...
old one.
He still has his sword. It's just in the rock next to where his crystal was.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's right over there.
Oh.
Turn him and point him towards the sword.
Well, that saved me about 50 gold.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. All of your money, everyone starts the session. Like everyone has the same amount of gold. They all have 10 platinum.
Alright.
Oh.
Nice.
We're going back to a traditional, more RPG kind of element where we're gonna be getting money from jobs and doing other things and buying and selling
If we
stuff.
already had some platinum, do we then just add the 10 platinum?
No,
or
your base money is now just 10. You lost all your money
Just 10.
when the world was destroyed, and now you are back to 10.
Got it.
I gained
So
money.
now
I'm fine.
That's
I
fine.
was gonna say I gained 9 platinum, so
There you go.
I
I
spent
lost
all of my
70
shit.
platinum. Well, 60 in this case. I lost 60 platinum and 54 gold.
Listen,
Oh, no,
we've
you
been in
got hit
those.
with the brokenness.
so much.
We've been
Yeah.
in
Gil was
those
just
crystals for
packing it. That's it.
We don't know how
He
long.
never really had any use
yeah,
for it.
we've been in those crystals for Lyre knows how long. So
Liar knows how long.
So respectfully, we're lucky that they even still use the currency that we have.
I'm gonna say that
wait
they
till you
don't,
go into a
but
store and be like,
I'm saying that they don't. But I'm just gonna, for simplicity's sake, that platinum is still the currency, so I don't have to rename it because I'm lazy.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's
your
Gil.
money's no good here.
They use Gilbert coin.
Hey,
No.
Yeah, all the coins are all the coins.
They have fantasy Elon Musk. They made fantasy Bitcoin. No.
Yeah, it's basically like Dogecoin, except it's Gilbert coin.
No.
yeah,
How
and every
dare you
coin's got a
slander
fucking
me like
picture of
that?
Gil. That's great. I'm famous.
They could just very vaguely see through one of the crystals, and they saw an otter, and they were just like, "I like this guy. He's so silly.
I like the cut of his
the
jib.
face of the economy."
I like the cut of his.
Drizzle's going to Drizzle's gonna walk up to, well, he's already kind of leaning on the guard who was talking to Marshall, and he's just gonna, is there any way we can speak with someone with more authority on everything in a place less public?
Yes, actually. I can take you to the mayor of our city, if that is something that you wish to see.
Are they rather versed in historical events?
I mean, he's our elder. He's the oldest one here, and he is our most knowledgeable, I guess you would say. Yeah, he's the owner. He's the dean, essentially, of our university. He's the one that runs our he's a big scholar.
Oh, that's interesting. that such
Perfect.
a powerful person is in such a powerful position. All right. I don't know about the others, but that sounds like a good idea to me. What do you all think?
Yes.
That sounds like the best option we got.
Sounds like I'm following
Gil-
you.
As soon as that gets said, Gil pulls the sword free.
Assuming, of course,
I
that
got
this
it.
person would speak with us.
Thumbs up at Gil.
He the priest himself, the mages, they escort you towards the university. It takes you like a good part of the day. It's almost dusk by the time you get to the university. The guard in front of the university stops you, and they flash a small wooden crest with a dragon's skull embedded into it, with a metal dragon skull embedded into it at the guard, and the guard moves aside, eyeing the rest of your party as you guys enter in. They are very hesitant to let you in with weapons, but they do not try to stop you. They are basically eyeing you down as you're going, making sure you're not bringing anything in that would be deemed inappropriate.
Now, Marshall, I understand that you don't know us. However, we know you very well. Especially considering you just did something that was very on brand. Please refrain from retaliating on people while we're here. Please, kindly.
As you guys get inside the
What did my what kind of person was my
Talk about that later. It's fine.
So, you know that thing you did to the guard out there? Think about that, but a lot, and in really bad situations.
Not better.
Also,
Stop doing it.
you're also like
He did
Yeah,
stop doing it for a while. That
you're like metaphorically exploding on people now. You used to literally explode people a lot.
As you guys get inside the university.
Oh no, I get it. I understand what all you're saying. I can't cast Fireball.
You cast Fireball? Roll d20. No, I'm kidding.
I cannot cast Fireball.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was the thing you did a lot.
That was one of your favorites.
As you guys enter into the university, oh, my OBS just got disconnected. Hopefully my
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
could not access a specified channel or stream key. Please double check your stream key in correct. The problem connecting to the server. Oh, cool. I'm still recording, so I'll just keep recording. Whatever.
Yeah, YouTube's gonna love this.
Yeah, stream just died. So.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't even connect to OBS anymore. As you guys enter into the university, you notice that the building is very large and very crowded. There is a lot of students that are walking around, young children, from all, but the ages are very vast, from very young up to from 1 year old reading little children books to elves that are thousands of years old reading tomes that are laden in gold and that are written in a language that you cannot understand. They are, as you guys walk past, some of them look up at you and gasp in disbelief that you are actually here. You guys notice that on the walls there are portraits that are artist renditions of what you look like, but drawn as if AI drew them, really poorly. um they look very off-putting and kind of strange, but you walk past all of them and start heading towards the central room as the main staircase leading up towards the main hallway. You go up the stairs, and at the top of the stairs there is a very old person waiting for you there, and if you so desire, you may roll a religion check.
Ooh,
If
that
you are
would-
proficient
Ooh,
in religion, you can roll religion check.
Okay, yeah, I'm not.
Oh,
As we're going up the stairs, a little slight retroactive thing. It just Drizel's just gonna kind of look over at Cece and just my horns aren't that crooked, are they? That's not.
No? No.
Please,
Oh,
I
oh,
don't
you're
like-
referencing no, no.
So you said make the roll if you're proficient.
If you're proficient, yes.
Yeah, then I ain't rolling.
Okay. Cece, you recognize this person as
Oh.
a cleric, of Bahamut.
Oh, goodness. Hello.
Oh. Hi. I see that you are looking for the mayor of our fine city. I'm sorry. I should introduce myself. My name is Korath.
I am Soliloquy. These are my companions, of which there are a lot.
Yes.
hey,
She will introduce them.
Oh,
I apologize. As a precaution, I'm very sorry to intrude. As a precaution, I've already known all of their names. I read your mind as you entered the building.
Oh.
I promise you that I did not see or do anything to your mind or see or know any other knowledge other than your names and purpose for being here. And if you wish to roll insight on that, you can.
I mean, he's a cleric of Bahamut. That's all Cece needs to know.
I don't know who Bahamut is, so.
You said insight.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
He is absolutely telling the truth.
Okay.
He is telling you that he only read your names and the reason why you are here and your purpose for being here. Kale, on the other hand, knows nothing. He
Thank you very
As
much.
per
he could not get a read on him. As you begin
Hale
to,
knows that they are a person.
yeah.
Anyway, Cece will say, well, as a cleric of Bahamut, I trust that anything you chose to gain from us would be used for good and not evil.
I try. Thank you so much for your for your vote of confidence.
All right. So, sorry.
It's okay. As
That was a long conversation.
as he opens his hands and guides you to the rest of the staircase going up, he waves his hand and he guides you towards a wall. He waves his hand in front of the wall as an illusionary wall begins to fade and opens into a very lavish, elaborate room filled with red and gold carpeting and a very old man sitting at the end of the hallway. you guys all recognize him as the orc.
What orc?
Oh, yeah, CC wouldn't know.
CC does not know.
I don't think that I would know either.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Actually,
Jay.
yeah, no, Kale
Yeah,
wasn't there either.
Yeah, you're right.
Kale,
What orc?
there's 3 people here who don't know who the orc is.
Okay, so
Yeah, actually, it's realistically the only ones who would know are Grok, Rizal, and Gilbert.
yeah,
Because if Marshall doesn't have any memories of their
Yeah.
past life, Kale, Tempest character, and CC were not there for that.
And Rizal had joined their ranks, so he really knows.
Yeah, all of them are
You're
just
alive.
staring at this guy like,
Who the fuck are
holy
you?
shit.
You're Grok. He's alive. Gil, you played puppet with his head.
You
How are you alive?
Okay,
yes, he is
so
saying that out loud.
if I'm reading the room correctly, our friend here is kind of giving away that you died in a different dimension.
hi.
Whatever it was.
You did what with
Hi.
the what?
He stands up and
Don't worry about
he
Grok looks at CC. He's like, don't worry about it right now.
he stands up and breaks the table in half, running towards you. That he's
Goodness,
standing in
Cece
front
gets
of.
out of the way.
He
He's all hiding behind
Grok
fucking
steps away
Grok
from
immediately.
Gilbert.
he
He is
grabs.
He is twig.
He bear like hugs you and lifts you up off Raven. Grok picks you up, spins
Oh.
you around, and puts you back down. And he goes, "You're alive! You're alive!"
We're saying. That's what we're saying about you, man.
I have no idea. I woke up here. Dude,
Wait, no,
I'll-
you actually are him.
Fuck are you?
the last thing I remember is he's being decapitated and then waking
You
up
were
here.
torn to pieces.
Quite graphically in front of
The
us.
monk- The monk that you had work with us, she wanted to kill us because she blamed us that you died.
What? Do you know anything? Because all I know was that I was walking with you in an alleyway, and then all of a sudden I'm here. That's it.
We have no. Look, things happen-
it was very much out of nowhere, and it happened really fast.
There was a lot. It all happened very quickly. We were all a little traumatized, and then made more traumatized as he kind of looks down at Gil a little bit.
I think we shall
The
not
other person who was
discuss.
taking
You
part
know
of that
what?
is dead,
Wait,
so-
Gilbert.
Yeah.
I want you to roll me a performance check real quick.
Oh shit!
Gilbert, you reach into your bag and you pull out his arm.
Who got his arm?
Fucking kept it.
You still have.
He
the-
had it. Remember? He took it.
Yep.
And it's
he
been
sure
perfectly
did.
preserved this
No.
entire time.
No.
No,
It's just a
I-
Phone at
skeleton
this
arm.
point.
it's
It is
basically
fine.
like
Beginning to doubt why I am traveling with you guys.
Gilbert, I feel like I should have asked this question a long time ago. What the hell is wrong with you?
We don't ask that question of any of us because
we
that's
try
a
not
long
to.
Gil's now scratching
conversation
his
that none
head
of us
with the
need to know.
fucking
But you
hand.
do notice
with the
that
skeletal hand.
you
Yep.
do realize that he
Huh.
has his arm, and you are scratching your back with his arm. But he has his arm.
It's a back scratcher now.
Gil, put it away. Time
At the
and
very
place.
least, give
remember?
it to
Time
him.
and
It's
place.
his arm.
This
No,
is
no,
right.
no,
Put it
keep
away.
it out. Keep it out.
Keep
This
it.
is funny.
He looks very confused at first, and then realizes what the fuck that is, because it's the same length of his actual arm. So I'm guessing that's mine.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's probably accurate. Yeah.
Oh,
Gil's got a big shit grin on his face too.
I don't know how to
Uh-huh,
think of.
yeah.
I don't know what to think about that. Anyway,
Okay.
Let's
Any of
not-
us knew what
Let's
to
not
think
think
about
too
that.
deeply on it.
so I'm the mayor of this city because I won it in combat. Um,
Oh,
Oh my combat!
it was
Combat.
literally that. They wanted to lock me up, and I challenged them to combat and won. So
I
I am here now.
I like this guy.
Are there any chairs in this room?
Yes, there is. There are chairs and
Drizal is walking over to the most comfy looking chair that isn't like his seat. Because I'm guessing he has like a very official seat. He's not
got,
going
like,
to take
yeah.
York's seat, but he's going to find another chair that looks very comfy, and he's just going to fall into it and he has to process. There is so much. Oh my. Fuck.
Okay.
Okay.
And while this is all going on, Korath makes his leave. He waves his hand in front of the wall, and the wall behind you becomes like wavy and kind of translucent. But on your end, you know that he put the illusionary wall back up.
yeah.
The orc looks at the rest of the party and is very confused because he doesn't see someone here.
Yeah, Grok kind of notes him looking at the party, and it's like we've lost somebody. Yeah,
You've gained some
We
people
lost
too while
Tab.
we were here.
we've also gained a bunch
Yes.
of members along the way. Yes, we unfortunately, quite out of our control, lost one of our original members.
So I'm guessing that you might need a place to stay since you're here.
That's
I
probably
mean, their original house just like broke.
He goes back towards the
Wouldn't call it a
table.
house.
He goes back towards the table that he ripped in half and looks up at it, looks at it, and goes, "Mend," and pulls out a piece of paper, and the piece of paper turns to ash in his hands as the table goes back to normal. You know how expensive these scrolls are?
No.
Very. Considering that casting them costs a great amount of anguish and pain upon the mages of our land. You may have felt it yourself when
Fine.
you got here. That this area of space and time is warped by Lyre. The Aether here is very unwieldy and very hard to manage. He opens the window, and out the window he holds his hand out and starts to cast Firebolt. And as it does, the Firebolt exits his hand and turns and like disappears like 5 feet in front of him, and then reappears as a ball of light and floats away.
Oh,
Magic
Well,
here.
This is why I kind of just been viciously mocking people, because sometimes it doesn't actually do damage.
Sometimes magic here does very strange things. And he turns around and he goes inside of his desk and pulls out a very ornate key and hands it to Drazel. And he goes, This is for you and your party.
Okay.
This is for you to stay here if you so desire. This is your home.
Here at the university?
Yes. This is I have set aside a part of the dorm for you to stay. There are 12 beds, and they are locked. It is in a locked room with storage, with desks, and anything that you so desire that you and your party may require. This goes for everybody here. You all get a key. He hands you all a key to the room.
Gil's shoving it into his cheek.
Okay. You put it in your cheek.
Yep.
I am assuming that since you're still here, you haven't figured out a way to get back.
There is no back.
I was gonna say I don't think there is a back.
The world that you are from is gone. And he opens up a map of the space where you are. And he like raises his hand up, and the room immediately goes dark. Pitch black dark. And little white specks start appearing all around you. You are now in like basically a hologram. This is where you are now, and you see Lyre, a white celestial dragon worm, WURM, like a snake, essentially.
WYRM, yeah.
YRM, sorry. You are on his back, traveling through space. This is where you originally came from. This is where we originally came from. You see that dot? And it's like a small little black dot in the distance, like surrounded by two suns. That is your planet. It has been consumed by darkness. It is gone.
Of course he did that.
We did basically watch the end of the world before we got frozen into the crystals. So
When we found you, you were floating.
that makes sense.
Lyre picked you up, put you on his back, and we traveled far and wide with you from all over Lyre to bring you here to this town. Korath himself carried Cece all the way, thousands and thousands of kilometers. What the fuck is a kilometer? Shut the fuck up.
I was about to say that.
Can I get
All
that
the
in units?
Americans, quiet.
Kilometer.
The DM is
Kilometers.
Canadian.
Quiet.
The
Those are
DM
easy.
is Canadian. You will accept my terms.
I will accept
We'll
them anyway
accept
because they
the metric system.
That's the
Yeah.
fucking-
Begrudgingly, I will accept them.
Why would
It's not
Fantasy
begrudging.
World have the imperial system anyway?
Because America.
Thousand
Imperial system is stupid.
It's Space America.
1,000 football fields to the cheeseburger. Yes. You guys, he traveled very far and wide to bring you guys all back together, and we will not forget his sacrifice. You will have the resources of the university at your whim, as long as it is not monetarily, and he hands you all 10 platinum.
Which is
Oh,
how we
shit,
got
I
the
gotta
money. in the
redo
This is
first
how you
all
got the
this
money in the
shit.
first place.
Yeah.
He goes, we are not a very rich city, so don't expect to find everything here. But you might find a few familiar faces while you are here.
Oh,
I will let you guys discover that on your own, because I think you guys might like those surprises. But
all right.
I will tell you that, and he looks over at Cece, you will find a church for your religion here, if you so desire to pray.
I need to go check in on them. Yes.
As for Grok, I'm sorry, there is no church to your god here, but there are some in the neighboring cities that you may wish to travel to, if you so desire.
Are there any like shops that can get gear and shit?
There
Yeah.
are there are
yeah,
sh-
Armorhide. It looks like Overkill's stream crashed.
Yeah, my stream went down. I'm sorry. I can't even load
Yeah.
up. Oh, I can't even load up Chrome right now. It I don't know what's going on.
But then,
I'm going to ask. Before our world vanished, my people were wiped to near extinction, and I must know, are there any birds like I here on Lyre?
In the 5 years that I have been here, I have not met one.
Ah,
But
I
I have
see.
only ever gone outside of these walls a few times.
Oh,
So I will tell you that they could still exist, but I am not sure. I have not seen one enter into our city. Our city is not a trade hub, so we don't really have much travel other than the occasional adventurer, the occasional traveler that travels through our city to go to other city. The major hub city, is not too far away from here. So you may want to travel there if you so desire. It will take you a few days to do that, as the roads here are troublesome, to say the least. Outside of the walls, there are bandits. There are troubled people out there that are destitute and looking for money or anything to be able to survive out in the wilds. People who have been kicked out of cities, people who have been lesser known criminals and the such. But inside the city walls, I have a lot of guards and a lot of people here, and with Korath's help, I've been able to weed out any corruption from the guards themselves as well, because of course Korath has the ability to read other people's minds.
I got a question. Are any of them ninja/monk squirrels?
You mean the chipmunks? No.
Oh, sorry, chipmunks. My bad.
I have some very important stuff to do, so I will have to bid you farewell for now. But I will check up on you periodically, and he hands Grok a sending stone. This will allow me to
Take that, put
contact
it away in a
you.
bag.
I will be able to. You'll be able to contact me, and you'll be able to and I will be able to contact you at any time. With this stone, anywhere within 100 kilometers of the stone. You guys. He waves his hand in front of the illusionary wall, and the wall dissolves. And Korath is standing in the corner, like with his hands by his waist. Looks over at you, and he's like, "Come with me. I will show you to your quarters."
and before we're led away, Drizal does give a small bow and just, it's good to see you alive.
It is good to see you too. We will talk again, I promise.
Yes.
And
And then
Korath,
just as we're walking away, just looking at Grok and just, what the fuck is going on?
Uh, today is a day.
A day is one way to put it.
Just there's a lot to take in right now.
so he guides you to this a small wooden door. It's about like a normal, it looks like a door that looks like it would just be like a janitor's closet essentially. And he holds his hand out. May I have your key for a second? I don't have my own. I'm sorry.
I'll pass
Who
him
is he?
one.
Okay.
He takes the key and as soon as he puts the key into the lock, the door shifts into a golden ornate door, and the door it turns the lock turns the lock, opens the door, and inside there are 12 beds, a shower, and a bathtub, and like bathroom amenities.
Basically a suite.
Yeah, and he's like, "All right, this is where you will be staying for the foreseeable future. I would like for you guys to just do me a huge favor, and if you are to check out any books or anything, would you please go to the desk and check them out before taking them, or anything from the library itself? We like to keep a we'd like to keep a tight ship around here,
Record?
if you will, a record of everything. Yes.
Makes sense.
Other than that, I will bid you farewell. I have my own things I need to do. I need to go do my rounds and everything. And I will talk to you all later. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you very much. And he hands
You as well.
your key back and walks away. This he's a dragonborn, by the way. But you see his little dragon tail
Makes sense.
waving back and forth.
It's been a long day.
A very long one.
Uh,
And it's
at,
only been a few hours.
at this point, it is now night. It is around 7:30 p.m.
So it's evening.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at the
evening.
beds and just feeling like, I might not be an exact expert on this, but I can definitely tell that however long we were in those crystals, it was definitely long enough to screw up my back. I'm gonna have a lie down.
You just hear the audible cracks.
You go to lie down in the bed, and the bed is exceptionally comfortable.
Drizzle's pacing.
Yeah.
Drizzle
Yeah,
has too much
Croc-
energy to sleep.
Brock is in no way, shape, or form ready to lay down at this moment.
So
Lot of
we're in the future, but we're also in a different world. But we're
our
and that's
world
not
ended.
Marshall, but it is Marshall, but it's not Marshall, but it is.
And the
But it's
Yours
not,
is
but it
alive.
is, but it's not, but it is, but it's not, but it is.
Listen,
York is alive and whole, even though we also still have his hand. Gil has the orc's hand still.
Yep,
I
that
shouldn't be
found that
surprised
out
at
today.
That's actually the most normal thing of today so far.
Found that out.
Bro, I love this otter. Like they pulled out the arm, and I was like,
You have
we're gonna
no
get
idea.
along wonderfully.
Hey,
Marshall
I
just
see
gonna
the
say-
card.
Listen, guys, here's all that I know. Personally, all that I need to know for now. All the people that I cared about when we left our old world are alive
dead.
and well in this room. And I'm comfortable with that.
I love you too, buddy.
Of you too, Birdman. that I just met today.
Love you too, Birdman. That
My
I
home
just
is
met.
gone.
Drizzle
You know how
just
much I
kind
paid
of
for that shit?
raises an eyebrow.
Gil's kind of looking over weirdly at the bird, like, "Oh fuck!"
It's like,
You guys did hear the part where I was telling the orc guy about how my kind was, brought
Yeah.
to near extinction, right? Yeah.
We're
yeah.
pretty aware.
Yeah.
You've told the story multiple times, yes.
Uh-huh.
I haven't heard it
Actually-
multiple times.
Actually, I was gonna say I don't think Drizzle has actually heard the story at all. So It's fine.
CC has literally
with
known
that.
you less than a week, guys.
Yeah,
Fair.
CC hasn't.
Literally a
You've
week.
also killed 3 dragons.
Yeah. To be fair, Kale wasn't in the party that much longer than you.
Yeah.
I think like Jay and Tempest realistically joined the campaign like the immediate part of the campaign before you did. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we were like
Oh.
halfway. I think you were halfway through the.
we were like
crystal
halfway through Grok's world and realm, and then they joined, and then like we moved on to Marshall's realm, and CC joined like partway into that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like I remember
So-
meeting y'all on an island where
Yeah.
there was a miasma.
Yeah, you joined the mission just before the bird
Lich
joined
part
you.
2.
Yeah.
Now Tempest was there a little after Jay joined. Jay joined first. Jay popped up immediately after Lich Part 1.
Yeah,
That was
I'm
Miasma
the one who
Island.
kinda
And then
saved you guys
Tempest
from falling out of the sky.
Tempest joined us for Lich Part 2.
All right. So, what are you guys doing with your evening? I know that Kale is sleeping.
Gil's
I-
looking for the fucking blacksmith.
Brock needs some
I'll
grounding
go with you.
force here, so God, I should go with them.
All right. So,
Since
who's going with?
I had another
who's going with Gil?
I had another idea, but I am. I had another idea, but the minute they said that, I'm like, I should
I
definitely.
feel like the
go.
OGs need to stick together.
All right, you guys start walking
Considering-
out. You guys walk out of the out of your dorm rooms, and whoever is going with them follows along. You guys leave the university, and you ask the guard outside, where is the shopping district, and he points you in the right direction. It takes you about 30 minutes to get to the shopping district, where you see a small sign that says blacksmith.
I
No,
swear
I don't
to
like the
God,
fact
if
that
this
it's
is
a
the
small
same
sign.
blacksmith.
We're gonna find out real quick.
If this is the same blacksmith, Grok, I
I
don't
swear to
know.
God.
I swear.
I swear to
Son of a bitch!
God damn it!
Like, you know what? Brox just looks at the place and he's just like, you know
This
what?
tracks.
Fine. You know what? Fine.
You open up the door to the blacksmith, and inside is a very familiar scene.
I actually don't hate this. This is actually kind of comforting.
Just like,
A little ding from the door, and you hear, "Oh God, why is it always 5 minutes before closing?"
Sorry.
we apologize for that. We just wanted to see if
Hey.
an old
I
friend
wanted
was
to move
here.
you guys out of the way because I wanted him to get in the room.
Oh.
You're just quietly you just hear in the background quietly, I know who I want to take me home.
He
Right.
enters into the room, and he's like, "Oh no."
Oh yes!
What
I
the
can wait for any
fuck?
good thing for a different day.
What the fuck do you guys want?
Wow. We've been good
Look,
patrons to you in the past.
You
Look, man,
You
the
don't
world
understand?
kinda ended.
you don't understand. You don't understand. Ever since I started helping you, shit started hitting the fan.
You don't understand. Ever since we got the stupid crystals in our hand, shit has been hitting the fan.
Well, listen.
I
Also,
bit my
the only
tongue.
person he was really pissed off at was me, and I'm not here.
No, I
Wow,
know.
I bit my tongue.
He's not mad.
To
No,
be
he's just
fair,
Yeah, it's more exasperated than anything
Yeah.
else.
to be fair,
So he's
the world coming to an end wasn't necessarily our fault. We're just surprised you're also here.
Yeah, like, how did you make it out?
Well, he's Sid. He always makes it out.
You make it out? I'm not
Pretty sure he's
anywhere
not
near
even,
you.
Yeah, I.
Yeah, I
With
figured.
He
how
looks
many
around.
times
He looks
we-
around and holds out a crystal in his hand. You guys do realize this is a pocket dimension, right?
I'm
I mean,
starting
I
to
figured
piece
it
that
was.
together. Yeah.
You're
I-
only just now starting? Between him and the magic shop owner?
You know
been a
what?
while
Wait, you
ago.
know the magic shop
Honestly-
owner? And he like looks over and he's like, "You guys know him? He's crazy."
Oh, God,
We've dealt with
crackhead.
him a couple times,
Yeah.
and his brother. But yeah, no, I don't know. The last time I was just figuring we were going through a portal to a different place in the same planet. Now that he's still here after the planet ended, yeah, pocket dimension sounds about right.
He's like, "Okay, so what would you guys like? Because I am closing up shop for the night. It is getting late."
Oh, I don't have to shop for now. I'm just keeping an eye on that one. Looks like
So wait,
I-
we're back to bare bones, like equipment wise.
No, you have all your
No, we have all our equipment.
yeah, you have all your
Stuff.
original equipment.
Okay.
The only person's equipment who got nerfed was Grox.
Yeah.
Rock, so that I can actually not have to deal with two
Yeah.
separate ACs.
Yeah, well,
And you still kind
So,
of do because he's still
yeah.
higher than us.
Yeah, but he's not
That-
not fucking abnormally high.
Yeah. Yeah.
so
I could deal with the 23.
Grok's just gonna Grok's just gonna kind of point at his plate armor, and it's like, so apparently it has been long enough since the last time I saw you, even though I swear that was yesterday. That my armor seems to be in not great shape. Wondering if there's anything that could be done about that.
He looks down. He gets in real close. And he's like right up against you and he's like, "How long do you think it's been?"
As far as I am aware, it's like, hell. Last time I saw you was probably like 2-3 days ago. In my mind, judging from what I got told about an hour ago, I'm assuming years, decades,
Millennia.
potentially.
Raven, do me a favor and roll me a intelligence check.
Damn, a raw intelligence skill check.
Yeah.
Just raw intelligence check. Okay. Great, I've got a 0 in that to that modifier. 10. Okay.
Oh, I 10 to average. Okay. He like stands up and he's like, "It's been 60,000 years."
And no way.
Whoa.
Croc's
Hold
just
on.
gonna
Hey, no
sit
way.
there and it's like, and you don't look a day over 100.
I
Okay, that's got to give him something.
thank you, but in my pocket dimension, time does not exist.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
So,
Like, he's a giant. They have long lifespans, right?
absolutely, he can live up to
That's
500.
why I said 100. That's
Yeah.
why I said 100.
He can live
Yes,
up
like,
to
they have
yeah.
long
100
lifespans.
is about like a 26-year-old man. Like
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. So he like he stands back up and he's like, "Well, all right. I can't really help you with the armor. I can get rid of the rust that's on it and make it look nice, but I can't. I have no way of enchanting armor anymore.
Oh,
Can you make shoes or modify shoes?
I can make them. My shop was robbed a few thousand years ago, and I lost all of my ruins.
Can you
do
potentially?
you have any?
We
Do you
help.
have any idea where the robber may have taken off to?
I know he's on Lyre.
That's a start. I mean, that's where we are. So
Wait. You're on Lyre? Wait.
Yes.
as of earlier today.
He like
And
he gets up like in a stance and walks into the other room, and he's like, but they were but what? But they were what the hell? And he like comes
Yeah,
back.
it's bad.
it's
comes back.
complicated.
You guys are not on. Wait, weren't you guys on Razgath not long ago? What happened with that? Wait,
Wait,
yeah,
Lost
it-
Haven actually
Not
has a
long
name?
ago.
it blew up.
it what?
Yeah, I don't
Covered
know
in
if
darkness is what was said.
covered
not
in
blown up.
darkness. Whatever happened
Darkness
to it.
and President.
We basically watched the end of the world
Oh,
and
and I
then
see.
woke up on and woke up somewhere else.
Oh,
Apparently, we're
Some
not the
mages are
only
dicks.
ones.
he's like looking at his hands, and he's like, I need time to process this.
Yeah, we're also kind of in that boat.
Yeah, kind of.
He
Yeah.
like looks around, and he's like okay, okay. Well, anyway, and he like turns around and he's like, give me your armor.
Okay.
And he like takes your armor, and he puts it into the fire to heat up a little bit, and he like smooths out all the rust and like takes all the rust off of it and like makes it look all nice and shiny, and like patches up any holes, and like it takes him like a good like 20 minutes while he's talking to you the whole time, and shooting the shit, and he's like, all right, here, and he hands you back the armor. It's the same AC, but it looks better.
Yeah, same armor. It's just been cleaned up. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, okay. So you said you want to help me find. Well, you're on Lyre. You can help me. Wait, you're on
Yeah, that's
Lyre.
why I'm
Wait,
asking.
you're on Lyre. Wait, yes. Okay.
No?
You have any hints? We don't mind going to check it out and see if we can get your shit back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, give you
Kinda-
shit back, we
we're
need
kind
to
of
spread
minus
it, whoever
any-
took it.
We're kind of minus any level of direction current. So
Okay. Okay. He like goes back into the other room, and he's like, come with me, goes into the other room, and he like pulls out like a scroll essentially, and he starts drawing on it, and it's a drawing of what looks like two humanoids, with one of them being a God, what the fuck is that race called? In Baldur's Gate 3, the race they call demons?
Tiefling?
Cambions?
Thank you, tiefling.
Tieflings.
Oh, tiefling. Okay.
Yeah, one of them be two humanoids and a tiefling, and he like draws them out, and he's like, okay, these are the people that took my ruins. So all I know is that on Lyre, magic doesn't work. I don't know why. I don't know anything about that.
Not well. Yeah.
It works. It's just wonky from what we've
It's
heard.
wonky. Okay.
Yeah, from what we've been told. Yeah.
So they took the ruins so that they can enchant weapons with magic, so that they don't have to use magic.
Makes sense.
So the only thing I know is that these are the people that took them, and they were in one of the major cities. As you know, I open my shop everywhere. My shop is open.
Yeah.
Everywhere, in every dimension, all over.
Portal go everywhere.
Yeah, wherever the door is opened, that's where people can come in. And as you've been talking, people have been opening the door and coming in and looking around and then leaving, as from all over.
Yeah.
He's like, He's like, okay, listen. They're in one of the major cities. I don't know which one because I don't know anything about
We're
Lyre.
in a major city. We're in a major city, and we have connections to the mayor, so
Okay.
might be able to pull some information with whatever you can give us.
They are average height humanoids. One of them was a fighter, the other one was a barbarian, and the tiefling was a mage. The tiefling did something to me to put me to sleep. I don't know what happened after that. I was asleep. And when I woke up, my runes were gone, my wares were gone, half my money was gone. It was just like everything. Everything was gone essentially. The only thing left me was like basic blacksmithing tools, and like raw materials. So, if you can help me with that, that'd be great. It was a human, an orc, and a tiefling. That's all I know.
We'll see if we can figure out anything with that.
Well, that narrows it down.
I mean, those three people working in conjunction with each other, maybe. If they've ever pulled anything in the past, maybe the city guard
Do you
knows
have
of them.
other
really said, do you-
descriptions? What they look like?
Well, he did hand you a drawing of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But
okay.
we have
For
a
players, because players don't have drawings.
we have a courtroom sketch.
It's basically he doesn't know much about what they look like, other than they were just looked like adventurers to him, because they all look the same. Because he sees hundreds of them, so
Yeah.
they look like they were adventurers. They were in like semi-plate, shiny, regular street clothes with a long sword and a staff and a great sword. That's it. That's the only thing I can tell you.
The color of the tiefling?
Red.
They're very okay.
Yeah, like blood red.
Apparent genders?
They
Just
were all male.
Descripting factors. Okay.
But other than descriptions, not really. They didn't have any scars. They didn't have any markings on them. They didn't have any tattoos. They looked like they were fresh.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I know.
All right. All
And
right.
then they walked in the shop, and then I fell asleep, and that was it.
Okay.
And ever since then, he like raises his hand. He goes, "Hey, I dare you to cast magic."
No, thank you.
No.
You can't cast
No,
magic
you
in here.
can't.
He put an anti-magic zone around.
Oh, I see.
I was gonna
That's
say
fair.
it doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Honestly, I'm
see.
surprised you didn't have that
Smart.
previous.
Well, I didn't need it previously. People were actually genuinely
yeah.
good people. Because I only deal with adventurers and good people. The only people that can enter my shop are people who are within the neutral good and good persuasion.
Oh, okay.
I have a
So-
feeling a lot of things have been fucked with whatever that mage did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna politely, very politely ask you to leave, as I am.
You're going to close up
Oh,
shop for the night.
yeah.
We're going to head back and look into
Yes.
things.
Have a good evening.
Understandable.
You will more than likely see us again.
Yeah, probably.
You will see us again.
Yeah,
I would hope so.
We'll
Yeah.
start looking into stuff on Lyre and see what we can find.
Thank you very much. I hope you all have a wonderful
You
rest
have.
of your night.
I was going to say you have. Yes, you have
You have
done so much
helped
for
us
us.
out
It
a
is the
lot.
least we can do. I'm just going to walk my way out. Well, actually, I'm going to make sure everybody else.
Same.
As you guys like leave through the door and the door closes, the door behind you turns into a wall.
Turns into a wall with the word closed.
No,
spray
it's just a
painted
brick
under-
wall.
Oh, okay.
People know that this is where the shop would be.
Oh.
The shop
Yeah.
go. The shop.
Not
The shop go. It appears where it's needed.
Yeah.
As you guys exit out, it is now like almost 9:30 at night, and it is closing time for the shopping district as they are sounding the
Yep.
big bell atop of the tower in town to tell people
Fair
to,
enough.
that curfew is
I
up.
think, yeah, we're gonna head back to the university then.
The guards look at you and they're like, "I know you guys are new here, and well, let me put you guys back in town. Sorry, I forgot to do that.
Yeah.
I know you guys are new here, so I'm not gonna ask you guys to like obey every single law in our city because like you don't know anything. But there is a very strict curfew for 10 p.m.
Okay, good to know.
Good to know.
Um,
May I ask why that is a thing? Not to question. I just curious.
I was just about to ask, what happens if we break it?
Well, if you break it, we would have to
Oh my
escort
God.
you. We would have to escort you to the jail to process you.
Please, no.
You get the idea that these people are exceptionally strong, and out of character, they're level 16.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
You get the idea that they are exceptionally strong, and you also get the idea that the reason why they are asking you to for curfew is because of past events. They look at you and go,
Got it.
okay, so the reason why is because we've had strings of robberies and murders in our
Oh.
town before, and
Oh.
as you probably have guessed, ever since the new mayor has come into town, we have introduced a curfew on weekdays to tell people to get back into their homes and to just so that we don't have to deal with civilians
are
on the
safe.
street. Now,
What
if
about
you
weekend?
That makes sense.
if you work in the governments or work in labor, we do have specialized talismans that you can
Passes?
wear. Yeah, like passes
Right.
essentially that you can wear to travel, but those have to be on you at all times.
Got it.
So hall pass.
Essentially, yes.
Basically.
Is there and I'll make a check for this, or I'll do a check for this if I have to, but is there any like clock tower or like readily
There's a
seeable
big
way of...
when I said there was a big bell in the center of town, that is a very large lit up clock.
Okay. Can I read this clock is the question.
It
Is
is
it
a-
similar
it is-
to what we would have had back home?
Yes, it is. It is what you would think of like Big Ben. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
It's a giant analog.
I just want to make sure
clock.
the passage of time is similar here. I know, obviously, for ease, it probably would be.
It is.
I wanted to be sure.
It is of the same. They use the stellar clock, which is way more accurate. They call it star date.
I hate you.
I know. Yeah, so he's like, okay, so I don't know where you're from, but can you guys start heading back to
We're headed back to our dorms at the university anyway.
after the university. Okay, thank you very much. Have a safe trip,
Yes.
and I'll see you
Thank
all.
you for the information.
Thank
you're
you for
welcome.
letting us know.
Yeah, no problem.
We're going to be on our best fucking behavior, aren't we,
Mhm.
everyone?
Define best.
Where's Gil?
Oh God! Don't even.
You'll be
I will put you in my antlers
you
myself.
turn around to say that to everybody, and Gil is mysteriously missing from the group. Just
I'm definitely glad that
Hey,
I'm the only person who thought of the platypus.
Hey, Gil, do me a favor, roll stealth.
Sure.
He's Gilbert.
They see you.
Not that he has a
Right.
canoe in it.
They see you.
I
And
mean, I wasn't really trying to be sneaky.
they're like, you say, "Where's Gil?" And they point at you. And they're like,
I
"Yeah."
point directly at him.
You think you're
Oh.
smart. That's great. That's cute. Please go back to your
Oh, he doesn't.
your quarters.
Yeah.
What? Still not smart.
I was gonna say, he said, "You think you're smart," and Drizal just, "Oh, he doesn't."
He doesn't think. That's his fucking problem.
He doesn't
He
think.
doesn't think he's smart. He doesn't think at
He
all.
doesn't think. Period.
Yeah, he doesn't
I do not
think.
think, therefore I do not am.
Yeah, so
God.
10 p.m. hits as you guys enter into the university. You hear
Well,
the
I am immediately anybody who's around that like we would have been talking to earlier, the cleric or the orc.
Well, wait. As you
Either-
guys enter into the university,
Oh.
you hear the bells once again, but this time instead of it being 3 dings, it's 5, and the guards at the gate as you enter into the university, they start closing the doors to the university itself, and you hear a large clanking noise as they lock the doors.
Okay.
The door sneaking out is not possible.
Oh, I'm sure it's possible. It's just
Oh yeah,
Not
there
that
are
way.
many ways to get out. There are windows. You can technically get out.
Or we can just get a hall pass.
There's also that.
You'd have to get a government job for that, though.
I mean, we're
No, we have connections to
Kinda.
the fucking mayor.
yeah, that one. I was about to say if we had a good reason for it, I'm sure he'd just give us one.
I'm sure he was going to give us one eventually anyway.
Yeah.
Wait, huh? What?
Now, don't assume too far ahead.
Yeah.
The,
That one.
so as you guys enter into the university, you see that the university is very empty. There are still scholars that are walking around putting books away from a book return, but they are exceptionally busy. There are multiple people still, elves and dwarves and giants alike, that are still reading books. The giant is reading a normal-sized book in his giant hand. Yeah, essentially. It's like,
I was gonna say, I want to find some history books. I want to inform myself on this place.
you walk up to the desk itself, and there's a cordial, fey looking, a fey looking elf that's standing there. Hi, how may I help you?
He just kind of leans on the table. Hello, darling. I am looking for history. I recently woke up and I would love to learn more about the world.
Ah, yes, history, of course. How far back are you looking for?
As close to about 60,000 years as I can get.
60,000 years?
Let's take it from the
Let's
top.
just go with the take it from. Yeah, let's just what he said. Even some mythology might even be interesting.
She like holds her hand out, and like a glyph appears on the palm of her hand, and she looks she like, her eyes roll back to the back of her head, and like starts turning her wrist around. It's like 60,000. Oh my god. Okay. And then her
Don't
hand like
strain
goes
yourself too much.
through. You ever watch Kamen Rider Wizard? The hand goes through the glyph and like comes out with like a scroll, a small like a scroll that's it's like, this is as close as I can get to the date that you gave me. It's very old.
Perfectly fine.
I
Also, we need just modern history textbooks or anything like that I could
Oh,
through.
absolutely. And she like looks
History of
down
the
and
world.
looks down at the desk. She's like, "Okay, wait, I had one. I had a history book here. Yes, History of Lyre. Here. This will answer any questions you have about Lyre."
Wonderful, thank you. Now, how do I go about checking these out so you have a record of who has them? They're not going to leave the premises. They're just going up to my
Oh,
dorm room, but
yes. Do you have an account here?
I do not yet.
Okay, I can set that up for you.
We
One
just
second.
arrived today.
Oh,
Awesome.
I can set that up for you. One second. Okay. And she like goes underneath the desk and like pulls out like a sheet of paper and puts it down. And she like the piece of paper like suddenly starts to scroll out the terms and conditions of renting books. And basically on it says like you are responsible for any damage, any for lost books. You are not only going to be paying for the cost of the book, but for any significant loss of value to the knowledge that has been lost. Even if it is a priceless work, it still has a price to pay.
Right.
You
Priceless just means it's more expensive.
Yeah. You are at the very bottom there is a small box, a small little box, and she pulls out a a box with another box with a pin on the top of it, and she's like, "Okay, so what you're gonna do to make your account is you're gonna pin prick your thumb on this thing to make yourself bleed, and then you put your blood on the contract itself. Once that is done,
As the signature. All right.
yeah, and once it is done, you will receive a card. It will become a card, which you will carry on you, and then you can the book will be bound to the card itself. So as long as you and the card are in the same room, you can read the book. And if you and the card are ever the card or the book are ever separated for more than 1 kilometer, the book will be returned to us and a fee will be applied to your account.
Got it. Good to know. He's gonna skim through the whole thing. He's not quite doing the scroll all the way down, click the button, but
Yeah.
he is reading through it a bit and then just pricks his finger, drops the blood in the square.
And then as that happens, the piece of paper turns into a small plastic card, which then has your name, your an image of what you are currently, and your blood type and DNA symbol.
Huh. That's interesting.
It's not just a library card, it's an ID card.
It is.
It's a whole ass ID.
It is.
I love the very futuristic magic idea.
I love it.
Fun.
I love it. This is one of the
I
things
love it because this is so new to all of them, and they're just like,
Oh, this is a thing.
this.
the
The only one who's not phased.
the book itself has a yellowish glow to it as she hands it to you, and the book as soon as it touches your hand, the glow disappears. It appears on the card itself. The card and the book are now bound.
Huh. And I could do that. I can bind both the book and the scroll to this.
Yes, of course. You can take out up to 5 books.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
I think the other, and without having to roleplay at all, he'll also want Kayla, stop it. A book on the laws of the land.
She pulls out a book that is like almost a foot thick, and puts it down on the table.
You know, he's gonna hate this, but Kayla, stop it. But he's just, yep, I'm gonna need that to make sure these idiots don't get into too much trouble, or myself. Honestly, I'm one of the idiots. What am I saying?
These are not just the laws of the land itself. This is the law of Lyre.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Yes.
Is there a due date, or is it just until I finish with them, or
Until they are requested, and then once if the books are requested once again, you will be contacted telepathically, and you will have 10 days to return the book, or the book will be transported and a fee will be applied.
got it? Thank you very much. This is fascinating.
And you can take the book
I'm not
anywhere in
planning on
Lyre
visiting.
that you wish.
Oh,
As long as the book, the card, and you are in the same area.
got it. All right. And he's just gonna collect the books and the scroll, and he's probably gonna hate himself because I bet you anything he's not gonna be able to read that scroll. Watch. But all right. I don't know about you guys. I'm ready to go back.
Anyways, this while Drizal's been doing all that, Grok kind of wandered off looking for like either the cleric of Bahamut or the orc.
The orc, the wall which the orc is from is a solid wall right now, so you cannot see.
Okay, so that's a no.
And Bahamut, and Korath is nowhere to be seen currently.
Okay, so just kind of looking around to see if I can find somebody I could get information on for the guys who robbed the blacksmith. Or if that has to
Out of
wait till the
character, I
next
would
day,
say wait
no
until
one
the
knows.
morning so you can ask
right.
like guards and stuff, because the guards
Yeah,
will probably
figured.
know.
All right. And then I guess my next thing is the thing I was considering doing anyway before we went to the shop. I want to try and I know I don't have the class ability that actually lets you do this, but like I'd like to try like communing with my god.
Oh yeah, sure, absolutely.
My character needs some grounding force right now in all of this madness.
Roll me a religion with advantage.
Okay.
To say, while he's doing that, I'm just going to blanket statement say I am finding the closest like naturey looking area, and I am plopping myself down, and I am reading and studying until it gets too late, at which point I will go to bed.
You find a cubicle
Yeah.
with a potted plant in it.
That's fair. There's no like outside areas that are on the
There is
grounds
no
that we can go
outside
into?
right now. The
Oh,
curfew
The
is
door
in
was closed
effect.
and locked, remember?
I didn't remember that. There's no atrium,
There's no atrium.
no greenhouse.
No,
Oh,
no. Unfortunately, this
Right,
is
so
a
yeah,
university.
yeah. It's a
17 on the religion.
this is a very
That's just
boring.
results, really.
This is a very boring book reading university.
You know what? In that case, Drezal's just gonna go back up to their dorm room. He's gonna grow some plants his damn self, and then he's gonna read.
Yeah.
You gotta cast spike
Yeah.
growth.
Fucking druid craft. Just some plants.
Roll me a d20.
Oh shit, that's right. Because
Yep.
actually, I don't even remember if I
Uh-oh.
have druid craft, so I don't think I even can.
You see how
actually gonna
you
take
see how this is such a great system that I put up? It's because most people don't realize that they use magic a
Okay, no,
lot.
I don't even have druid craft, so I can't even do it. So never mind.
A lot of people use magic a lot, so I'm like, hey, this will be
Yep.
great.
Yeah, magic is like the only thing that I do.
Yep, sure is.
Attempts to use
That's okay,
magic to
basically,
grow plants. Cast fireball.
Gas meteor
Yeah.
swarm.
Kalis, leave my fork. I
I'll
will
be right
stab you
back.
with the fork.
Okay. Well, you actually,
I rolled that 17 on religion.
yeah. So, 17. You're in your dorm, right? That's what you're doing right now.
Yep.
You kneel down and you start to pray, and you hear a voice, very familiar voice in your head, although it is much older than the voice that you remember.
Little fair, yeah.
Grok, you're awake. It's been very long.
I've been told. I kind of still coming to grips with that, but I'm glad that nothing happened to you in the process of this.
I've been very safe in in the Aether. I have not traveled among the mortals since, since the event.
Understandable. Doesn't even need to elaborate. Understandable.
Is there anything that you wish to talk about?
I wanted to touch base.
Ah,
It has been so long. To me, it was yesterday, but I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know if there's any. Last I spoke to you, you were telling me there was a god screaming out in agony and that the world ended.
so
So I wanted to check in.
so the god that was screaming out in agony was the god of that planet.
Okay.
And, well, when that
Yeah,
planet
yeah.
ceased to exist, the screaming ceased as well.
That makes sense for what
I-
we witnessed.
I'm sorry. This is all kind of weird for me because I thought you died. So hearing your voice again is very comforting.
Aw, I love you too, buddy.
You hear that in the ether? Like in the ether, you hear, "Oh, I love you too, buddy," as Mello is petting a cat.
Spectral Mellow floats by petting a cat.
Yeah,
Oh, I love you too, buddy. Vanishes.
vanishes.
Okay.
Well, as you know, um, it's been a very long time, and I've come to terms with what has happened. Um, in the circoming years, I honestly have no idea about the outside world. I have been here in the ether, working on getting stronger. As you know, that I essentially died and had to be reborn. Um, so I lost all my power back then, and, well, I've only very recently gotten back to where I was before. Still terrified of coming back to the mortal world, especially around Lyre. Lyre is not what you think he is. I will put that out there. He roams around gathering people from other planets and essentially wants to become a god himself. The more people
Chad.
that believe in Lyre, the stronger Lyre gets.
Chad, it sounds like Liar is a liar.
I will.
Shut
Brock's-
up. Go to
Brock's
jail.
Brock's taking that one
Matt,
in
you
like-
have no
Roll
idea.
credit.
This is a one-on-one conversation. Please stop interrupting.
Just making jokes. It's okay.
I know. It's just.
Anyways, yeah, Grok is just kind of taking that information and just like, okay. Because so far, basically everyone I've run into has referred to Lyre as the god of this world.
That is what he wants.
Okay.
That's what he wants. He is not one of the ether, of one of the ethers chosen. In fact, he corrupts the ether as he moves around through it. You may have noticed that even my magic gets corrupted when you use it in that world.
Haven't tried yet, but I've been warned.
People who have died in the past have come back on him. You have witnessed that yourself with your friend.
Yep, the orc has returned here.
Yeah. And there are others as well. But as they come back, but they are not themselves. Or at least they don't seem quite the same. There are many things on that planet that are very, well, I say planet, but it's not much. It's not a planet, but I don't know how else to explain it. But there are many things on there that are not normal, are not up to snuff. They do a lot of weird things. They pray, and as they pray, he gets stronger. So I ask you nicely to just don't fall for any tricks or anything that happen while you were there, because I cannot protect you. I will not be entering the mortal realm.
Good.
Especially
Thank
on Lyre.
Understood completely. Thank you for the warning.
You're very welcome. For now, you should rest. You've had very long time you've had a very long trip, and I'm glad to see that his magic has not affected you. I wish you good night, and I will talk to you in the morning. Or at least, I will help you in the morning. And with that, the vision fades, and you are returned back to the room that which you were originally in.
So, anyways, flips and shits.
You're doing
Yeah,
cardio.
You're doing your training. You're doing your training thing.
Yeah, you're doing cardio, hanging out.
I was in the corner praying.
Cece is asleep because she plans on getting up at dawn to go to her church, since it'll
I was just
apparently
saying-
take hours to get there.
Also fair.
I'm just casually playing my lute sitting next to my bedroom window.
You're looking out of the window, and as you're looking out, you see the lights from people's windows start to fade away and disappear as they're starting to go to sleep, and the only thing that you see for light is lamps that have been lit in the streets, and light spell torches that the guards are using on the ends of staves walking around town. You guys are fairly high up. You guys are fairly high up as well. You guys are about, I would say, around like 50, 60 feet up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes I do. Okay, so I can cast dancing lights and just add to the ambiance of the music.
All right, roll a d20.
Oh shit.
No, you already declared. You already declared
He
it.
just
Oh, now roll a d100. Let's see what happens.
Oh no.
46.
Oh no. Which one was 46?
46.
Oh god damn it!
Which
I
bolt?
cast Witch Bolt out
Which
the
bolt?
window.
So your hand comes out the window, and you look as a thin strand of lightning comes out of your hand and grapples onto the roof next to you.
I'm sitting here just like, "Na, na, 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 na." Oh, you know who would add to the ambiance? A couple of dancing lights. Oh fuck.
Yeah, basically
Those are dancing lights.
So basically
There
you
is
lit
very
up
much a dancing light.
you lit up the
Those
night
dancing
sky
more
with
strobe.
lightning.
Really does add to the ambiance, doesn't it?
Maybe not the ambiance you were going for, but
Strobing
less-
lights is giving me vertigo while I try to read. Please stop.
Yeah, that jolts me awake real quick.
Yeah, it is a very loud crackle of lightning. In fact,
Yeah,
Sorry, everybody. The
Jay-
lullaby turned into a power ballad.
Jay and Cece, I need you guys to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
Cece stays asleep.
Oh.
Cece slept through it. You are
Hale, on the other hand.
So Kale, on the other hand, is jolted awake and begins to flap his wings, trying to get away from the loud noise.
There is a whole 20 points between us.
Hale, it's fine. Kale, it's okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just like, yeah, sorry. The
Marshall.
soothing tunes of my lute turned into a power ballad real quick.
Yeah, that one.
I see.
Kale
I
must be
see.
sleeping right next to the
He
window.
was going for calm and whimsical ambiance. He got like haunted
Death-
mansion ambiance.
Death metal.
It turned into metal real quick.
Yeah, it turned into fucking Rammstein.
I'm gonna just say yup, and I'm gonna pat him on the back, and I'm gonna say
Okay.
Anyway,
we're gonna
back
be
to
Magic
lo-fi-
Bros again. We're
back
gonna
to
be
lo-fi
Magic Bros
lute to
again.
sleep to.
Yeah, we're gonna be Magic Bros again eventually. You just don't know it. And since I'm awake, I'm actually gonna head down to the library by myself.
All right.
Marshall go Marshall. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, so for the people who are going to bed, you are going to bed. Kale, on the other hand, is going to go out and get out of character. I'm just going to have like out of convenience. He does the whole thing to get a library card and a book. I'm just going to say
Yeah.
that.
I'm gonna before I go to bed, I want to spend like an hour or two like looking up books on like the way that the magic warping works.
You find
here in
some.
Lyre.
You find some like documentation about experiments that have happened with magic. They are of scrolls of mages from the mage school in the mage society that have been talking about studying the adverse effects of using magic on Lyre.
Okay.
Okay, so just side thing, Grok noticing that Drizol's like in the room reading. Grok just kind of wanders over to Drizol and just sits down for a minute. It's like, so I spoke to my goddess.
Oh?
Mostly pleasantries. You're alive, thank God, that sort of stuff. But there was a warning attached.
Oh?
Lyre is not what it seems.
How am I not surprised?
And as you've been reading, you have almost come to that conclusion yourself.
I kind of motions down to the book. I'm kind of coming to that. Good to know it's being affirmed.
Yeah. According to my goddess, it derives power from worship. The more people who believe it to be a god, the more powerful it becomes.
I mean, to be fair, isn't that
That's most gods.
part and parcel with being a god?
Yeah. But the idea, it boiled down to more, they were not originally
Originally,
a
yes.
deity. They are trying to become one.
Yes. Of course. Why do I feel like we've gone from the frying pan into the fire?
Roll a d20. No, I'm kidding.
God.
Why?
Because you said fire.
Didn't touch anything.
If so, this is an oddly calm part of the fire.
There's always a calm before the storm. Apparently, I'm full of puns this evening. I'm sorry.
You said storm. Roll a d20.
No!
No.
Prison. Go to prison, Overkill. You're going to prison.
All right, I'll see you
That's not
guys.
how this works.
We'll see you later. I'm gonna go to prison now. Doo-doo.
Well,
No!
we
We
all
just started
adapt.
this campaign!
We all adapt to these situations in our own way.
It is so weird seeing him alive. I literally watched
Eric-
the man be more than just decapitated, completely dismembered in front of
Fine.
us.
Apparently, as I've been told, he is not the only one. Apparently, this is a recurring thing, according to my
Should
god.
we worry about seeing care here?
I mean, we can hope, but who knows? At the end of the
I-
day.
I
Out
almost
of
doubt.
character, I have a question.
Yeah, what's up?
Do I have to roll a d20 if I want to cast? If I want to give someone bardic inspiration?
Are you casting the spell? Yes, you have to roll it.
That counts as a spell.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
It's
Yeah.
just
Hey,
like
look,
how my wild
yeah.
shape does, and their
Wild shape counts as
stuff.
it. My war priest counts as it. Me summoning my echo counts as it.
Oh my god!
Literally-
Trying to wild shape, and you just wild shape into a fireball.
But yeah,
Oh, no,
basically
more like-
anything
Think about the
anything that
implications of
warps anything that like warps reality or whatnot, that's magic, and it is not all properly working here
Yeah.
on Lyre.
Attempts to wild shape, wild magic surge, cast wish instead.
I wish to, yeah, and then he
Wishes,
like, oh, yeah.
wishes to
I'll
turn
be
into
right
the
back.
animal and just becomes it permanently.
No, you can do that. You
Oh,
can
God.
wish.
Oh my
you can wish
God.
for true polymorph.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah,
No,
you can.
I do not want that.
You can technically do that. True.
Well, I can do it. Doesn't mean I want to
yeah, I
do
mean,
it.
you can. I'm just saying that is a thing you can do.
Yeah, you know what? I'm
magic.
actually glad that this wild magic is in place because now imagine if I stayed a caster, I'd be kind of cooked.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Could you
A couple of us
Yeah.
don't know anything about that.
All right. Is there
doing?
anything else you guys want to do before you go take your long rest?
I think that's about it
Nope.
for me.
I'm pretty sure no combat has been done, so everyone is still has full health.
I mean, but
But
there's
also we don't want to take a level of exhaustion.
There's that.
Yeah. Staying up all night will give you exhaustion.
Oh no, I'm going to bed.
You guys all eventually all go to sleep and rest for the night as you begin to drift off to sleep. You hear the sounds of things happening out in the wilds outside of the city walls. Even though they are pretty far away, you could hear explosions and other things off in the distance. They are not particularly loud, but what you can tell is that they are people experimenting with magic out in the wild.
Sounds like Space Vietnam.
Sounds like I need to.
Yeah.
Space Vietnam.
Space Vietnam, what do you do? Oh my god.
Wait till Tuesday for
Yeah.
that.
You got oh god. Yeah, so the night goes off without a hitch. You wake up in the morning, you are rested. You it is around 6 a.m. when some of you hear Cece wake up. Cece puts on her outfit and leaves.
And slips out. She's not trying to make noise. She's trying to be as quiet as possible as she does it.
If you're doing that, roll me a stealth.
I was about to say, yeah.
Negative
I mean,
one
like,
week. Rolls
in
a
that
1
way
weeks
that
everyone the
people
fuck
are-
up.
in that way that people are trying
Yeah.
not to make noise as they go through a room.
You get away quietly, but not without like hip checking a nightstand on the way out.
Yep.
You're still not used to the lower gravity in this environment.
There's a lower gravity.
It is a little bit lower, not much more, but a little bit lower
I've
gravity.
lost weight.
Yeah, essentially.
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Oh god, I'm no longer a fat cow! No, I'm a skinny cow!
I would have laughed if they rolled a 1.
If they rolled a 1, I would have said that you
Hang on.
tripped and fell and made a lot of noise.
Hang on, let
Everything
me
just
roll another
around
con
you.
save. Let
Yeah.
me roll another con save.
You didn't wake up.
I mean, I'm casually just getting into the Bardic vibe where I'm just like, look at these 7, they came out the rocks.
So as CC leaves, CC, you notice that they are slowly starting to unlock the gate and open the door. They are opening up for the morning rush of students that are trying to get in. They are telling you to wait your turn before leaving because there's a lot of people trying to get in.
She will wait. She's not going to shove her way through. She is polite.
After about 15 minutes of watching all the students go in of various ages, races, and sizes, they call your name and ask you to if you are still willing to leave, you may leave now.
Excellent. Thank
Question to the DM.
Yes.
Is there a music school in here?
Sure.
Okay, that's where I started.
Okay.
Before she leaves, she will ask them where the Church of Celestian is.
Oh, yes, of course. The Church of Celestian. They look
like, I assume it's going to be over here, but Cece doesn't know this.
Yeah, it's essentially up there. They point at it on the map, and they're like, it's down here. It's about maybe a 30-45 minute walk from here. If you take the road, I would offer you a map, but we don't really have a
It's
map.
all right. I can figure it out from there. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
And then she will begin her journey to the church.
All right. It takes you like 30 minutes. And during that time, everyone else has woken up.
Yep. Up.
I had this weird
And
ass
barring
dream.
anything, studying and eating.
There was a fucking nightstand chasing me, and it's making a lot of noise.
That was just Cece leaving this morning.
And you guys wake up and start doing your morning prep, getting armor on, equipping your weapons, whatever you need. And while that is happening,
I'm going to see the orc.
You see that there is a change of guards happening currently as the night shift is slowly filtering their way out, and as the day shift begins to filter their way in, you see that the night shift guards are all elves, and the day shifts are all humans. The reason why night shifts are all elves because elves have dark vision.
Oh, fair enough.
That's fair. I was say, and they have the
Okay, that's
ability
less
to have to
racist.
Yeah.
rest for like 4 hours.
Oh.
On the way
Anyways,
out,
yeah,
I'm gonna
so-
make sure to return any library books that I borrowed the previous night.
The lady
That
at
way
the
I
front
don't incur fee.
The lady at the front thanks you for returning your books and asks you for your card. You hand over your card. She dispels the spell on the card and hands you back your card.
All right.
I'm gonna go ask the guards about the people who robbed the blacksmith.
The guards don't really understand what you were talking about, but if you are reporting a theft, you can go talk to the captain of the guards over by the castle on the other side of town.
That's where I'm headed then.
Okay. It is a 2-hour walk to get there. It is literally the opposite side of town, as you can see.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
the castle in question is just essentially a tower, which there are guards on the top of it and the guards at the bottom of it. A door that has been swung open, and inside you see a small dwarf that is stamping papers at the gate of the door.
Yeah.
Oh, my cat's trying to choke me out.
She keeps stepping on my esophagus. It hurts.
All right.
Yeah, I'll walk up to that dwarf and just, hey, you're looking into a robbery. See if I have information about the culprits.
Is this a recent robbery or a robbery that has happened in the past?
It's definitely happened in the past.
It happened in the
Not
past.
sure. Yeah.
Okay. Is this a robbery that has happened to you, or did you witness a crime?
I did not. I have just been told by a friend, and I am coming to look. If it's not something the guard would take up, I'm just looking to see if anybody would have any information.
Oh, you're looking for information. Yes, of course. 1 second, and he looks down and holds out a small book. Okay. May I ask for the person in question that was robbed?
The blacksmith.
The blacksmith. Oh, yes. Okay. Are you talking about his ruins that he is looking for?
That one, yes.
Ah, okay. 1 second. He reaches into he gets up, and he's taller in the seat than he is taller in real life standing. Like, he has to step down, and he's like, okay, come with me. Let him through. And he guides you through the record room, and he's like, that's one, and he points at it, and it comes off the shelf and comes towards his hand, and he's like, okay, okay, this is everything that we know about the crime. It happened a very long time ago.
Did.
So we just stopped looking for them because he said that they were humans, and tieflings and giants.
A human, an orc, and
an orc. That's it. It was orc, but they would be dead by now. 1,000 years ago, they would be dead.
Yep.
So we don't really.
It's entirely likely, but if I said I'd try and look. We try and look into it for him. So
he says to the orc that is back 64,000 years ago.
Well,
right, but
different situation.
I know. Sorry.
Okay.
I know. Sorry. Continue.
Here's everything that we know. I need you to do me a favor and not leave the premises with this evidence, please. You may look at it in the room up ahead, over there, and he points towards a reading room, and you may look at it there, but please do not leave with the evidence, please and thank you. And he hands you a box with a bunch of evidence in it as well.
Okay, I'm going into the reading room and I'm gonna go through it.
So as you, I'm just gonna skim through this because I don't want to role play for the next hour about you reading a bunch of logs. But as you go through it, you see that the people's names in questions are redacted. A lot of the pages seem to have been ripped out of the book itself. There are a lot of pieces of this evidence that are missing. The one thing that you can see is the name of the main city that they were taught, that the orc was talking about, that is a couple days travel from here. The other thing that you can see is that the people in question may not be the race that you are thinking of. They could have been using using magic to hide their identities.
Okay.
But they did when they did the investigation on the area, they did find out that the spell sleep was cast in the area, that the room was filled with a magical aura, and upon looking through the room, they also found out that multiple thousands worth of money was taken. But most of the evidence has either been destroyed or stolen. So what do you do now?
Is there any evidence or information within the thing that would like maybe point to whereabouts these guys were from, or where they would have taken off to?
Well, yeah, it's the main city. Is all you know. Is the main city is where they
Yeah.
would have taken what they think the ruins were taken to.
The only real evidence pointing to anything is it could have been some people. It could have been anybody. Realistically, they could have been using. They could have shape shifted, but at the same time, we kind of it's somewhere here.
Yeah. And you've been in there for about, I would say, about an hour, reading everything.
Yeah.
So while while that hour has been going, what are the rest of you doing? Around this time, Cece, you have reached the church itself.
Yep.
Uh,
I am
There's
looking for.
there's a couple paladins waiting outside. There is a couple clerics that have been walking in and out of the thing, and they are eyeing you as you walk up towards the doors. They look like they don't get visitors very often.
She will pause by one of the paladins and give the familiar salute of their order. I am Siliqui Faldras, a cleric of Celestian. I am hoping to speak with someone in charge who might be able to get me up to date on some things that have been happening. I am newly arrived.
I see. Yes, you may want to talk to the priest up ahead. Go on in. Go on in.
Thank you. So she will go in.
You go in and you see this beautifully crafted. It's a small church. It's rather small, with only like 3 or 4 pews and like a couple and like a couple people praying in the room. The priest is in the center doing his morning ritual and praying over a ritual book.
Okay.
He as you open the door and enter in, he stops and looks, and he's like, "Hey,
Hello.
you're one of us, aren't you?"
I am, yes. I am Siliqui Faldras.
Hi. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yes, actually, I have a couple of questions. I am newly arrived to Lyre. And I'm wondering if you, by chance, have any information on an elf who goes by the name this is me having trouble, not Siliqui.
Yeah.
Enialis Faldras.
I have never once heard that name. I'm so sorry.
Siliqui's eyes close and her shoulders kind of slump. By the way, this is her father, guys. And she nods. She's like, all right. Then perhaps you can tell me how things work differently here.
Well,
I
as
see
you-
that you have a well-established church, which is odd from where I'm from.
well, we were allowed to have freedom of religion in here as long as we not only pray for our God, but we must also pray for Lyre, our one savior. But
And so you are stationary.
yes,
You have given up the wandering ways of the religion.
unfortunately, yes.
I see.
We don't really have much of a choice. Our religion isn't really well looked upon outside of our walls. And as you probably have guessed, magic around here isn't it isn't very kindly used, when you say it that way. So we can't just go out and do pilgrimages and praying for other people because we cannot perform healing upon other sickly creatures because we may actually harm them more than heal them. So instead we stay here and we practice our religion in a different way.
So, as Cece speaks and he continues speaking, her warm and cheery expression is actually growing very cold. But she's nodding and she's got a smile on her lips, but it's becoming less and less real.
I see that you are getting a little distraught, young one.
Distraught. I suppose that is a word for it, yes. I am severely concerned that someone who claims to follow Celestian has decided to stay sedentary. It is not the work of magic or the spreading of healing that causes us to wander. It is the exploration. Simply wandering is all that he calls for.
And we wander
I
on the
see
back
that-
of Lyre.
She shakes her head. It would appear that the Church of Celestian has lost its purpose. And she will bow. I pray that his will finds you once more. And then she will leave.
Have a wonderful evening.
Oh yeah, Cece mad.
Oh yeah.
Cece is pissed.
Hey,
Shit.
listen, I understand completely.
It's perfect.
Oh,
This
I
is
love
a
it.
great fucking.
Cece is pissed.
I love it.
Also,
Like,
in
what in
human
the
terms,
false hydra is
Cece's
this?
about in human terms, Cece's about 22. Having
That
grown
priest
up
was
with a
over
religion.
1,000 years old, by the way.
That's fine. He has lost his way.
Oh, absolutely.
Which means that no matter how highly he's ranked, he is not considered a superior of hers.
At least to her, yeah.
At least,
to her, yes. She at this point, if this is the way all the churches of Celestian are in this realm, she is disavowing them. They are not Celestian.
If you're doing that, do me a favor and mark on your character sheet that you have a mark of inspiration.
Okay. But yeah, basically, but what she said is that she literally told him you have lost your way. So I have inspiration?
Yep, inspiration.
Cool.
Nice.
Put it in my bio.
Yeah.
Because this is not the Church of Celestian.
While that's happening, we return to the rest of everybody else, whatever they're doing.
Good lord.
Oh, you know what I was doing? I'm pretty much just like I'm just like fucking around in the music class, mostly just like playing songs and trying to find find. I'm trying to create lyrics, and I'm just like, this party of 7, they came from the rock. Nah, fuck! I need to figure out a song that sounds
Oh
that
my
rhymes with
god,
rock.
they can suck my cock.
This party of 7, they came from the space. Wait, what is space? Fuck. Never mind.
To be
I'll figure it out.
fair, only 6 of us came from the rocks. You were here already.
Yeah.
I've accepted that I am a reincarnation, so I'm just like I'm trying to be like,
They're counting you. She's like, it's fine.
yeah, they're just
Taking
like,
this very well.
I was like, fuck, I need to write this down. I cast Mage Hand.
Roll a d20.
Oh, god damn it.
Roll a
Critical
d100.
failure.
Oh, God
My
damn it.
God.
Did you seriously?
He did.
You rolled a 1.
Oh, lovely.
Message!
Okay,
You cast message. You can now as you cast Mage Hand, your inner thoughts transmit outmit into the world, and a smaller younger child hears your thoughts for a brief minute.
I was gonna say it's only like 25 words, and it's like within 120 feet.
Yeah, it's like there's a child that's in there learning how to play the
Oh
recorder.
wait, no, message isn't. Yeah.
God damn it! I need to find a word that rhymes with 7, and it can't be 11.
Yeah. And then it fades away.
Just imagine that the kid walks up to you and recommends the word heaven.
Yeah, the kid walks up to you and goes, excuse me. You could use the word heaven to rhyme with 7, by the way.
How did
Heaven,
you figure that?
lemon.
Oh god
Gretchen,
damn it! What's
lemon.
Kid has
yep.
more rhymes than you do. Holy
So
shit.
I casted Mage Hand, and you figured out what I was saying. Interesting.
I heard you in my head.
Ah, so it was the message spell. I see. I'm gonna write that. Gonna casually write that down. Just be like, this like from the rocks came this group of 7 with the powers they blended from heaven. Where will they fight in the greatest fire as they discover the mysteries of the lyre?
You know, I like this version of Marshall
Thanks,
better.
kid.
Weirdly like this Marshall better.
Okay. As you as all that happens, we meet up with. So I'd say it's around midday, and everyone's starting to like converge again. The party begins.
Cece is pissed.
You audibly
She
can
doesn't-
hear
she
like
doesn't say
Cece
anything.
swearing under her voice.
Oh, no. She's not swearing. She
Oh.
is silent, and her face is cold.
She's
Okay.
seething.
She
I
is
can
seething.
mildly hear steam coming from her ears.
Yeah.
Hi, folks, CC. Hey.
Cece bites her finger off.
No. Her gaze just kind of slices sideways. Yes.
What? You don't seem like yourself. You seem tense. Like you're staring daggers into my soul right now.
She closes her eyes, inhales slowly, exhales, and some of that seems to fade away. She's not returned.
So how you enjoying Lyre?
Fireball.
Lyre has corrupted the Church of Celestian. I do not approve.
Oh,
They have
so
Paul
made
sort of
them-
pops up, kind of actually like looks up from his book for a moment. I believe anything speaking on that might be best spoken in private.
In private.
yeah, we you might not want to be all liar bad in the main hall.
No, you're in the center of town.
Yeah,
You might not want to
Oh, I
be
never
all
would've left- I haven't
liar
left the-
bad
I
in a
didn't leave
town
the
of people
academy.
that love the man, that love the thing.
Oh, then
Especially
guys are like-
on his back.
you guys are then if you've
university.
never left the academy, then you guys are like in the center of the academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured I was probably wandering around, maybe finding somewhere to eat and read.
Imagine getting jumped by everybody in town.
Yeah.
That's kind of shit.
On
we're
that
talking
note,
about.
on the way back, Grok's basically been chatting up a lot of the guards you've seen on the way. Not really asking about the specific crime anymore, but like checking to see if any of them have heard anything about a set of magical runes that may have just traded hands a bunch of times, figuring that maybe with the way magic messes around with things here, maybe something would have happened or come of it. Would have made a big noise.
Roll
Been part of a
roll
big
me
issue.
investigation.
I mean, last night there was a big noise.
Wow, that we know what that was, though.
There was a noise last night.
Fuck.
They shoo you away. They're like, "Hey, we're busy. I'm sorry, no."
All right. Well, that was worth a shot. Anyways, I guess I'm beelining it to either the cleric of Bahamut or the orc.
You all head back to as that happens. You all are in the center. That whole altercation with CC altercation, but you know what I mean. Happens.
Interaction.
Yeah, interaction with CC happens, and while that happens, you hear Korath as he walks down the stairs, and he walks past you with a smirk. He looks directly into CC's eyes and like gives the motion to follow.
She will follow. Then she's not being secret about it.
That's okay.
Jamal's gonna follow.
Is Grok here for this too? Because
You were all together. You were all together. You were all
Okay.
in
Yeah.
there.
Then I'm following.
I feel like we're all following then. Yeah.
All right. He leads you to a spiral staircase that leads down and down and down and down until you guys make it to the bottom of this castle, essentially, of this university. In the very bottom, he opens a door, and inside the door is a room that feels good. It feels like it feels familiar. He opens.
Great God, if this is the boss room.
He opens your hands. He opens his hands and puts his hands onto CC's hands, and he's like, "I would like for you to for you and your party to come with me into this room."
All
I
right.
test his insight.
Roll insight.
Say insight check.
He is being as sincere as you can think.
Cece knows who he follows. She trusts him.
As you cross the threshold of the door, you are now in a room where there is no miasma in this room. The magic in this room feels normal, feels good.
Phrasing.
Oh.
Judging by the fact that Kale spent like 2 or so hours studying the magical distortion of Lyre last night, does this concern him at all? Like, is this frightening?
Well, is it? It's your character.
I mean, like, would the information that I gained from that make the fact that there's an area with normal magic feel wrong?
That's up to you to decide if that makes you feel weird. Will it make you feel weird?
It kind of is. It's up to what information he would have gotten.
Well, you got enough information to realize that this would be abnormal. It would be different, but your character feeling weird would be up to you if you feel weird or not.
Okay, I'm gonna say
entering the room.
I'm gonna say that he's on edge.
Okay. Upon entering the room, what?
upon entering the room, since you told me that that the magic feels stable here, I cast Mage Hand,
And Mage Hand appears.
and I'm just like, holy shit! This. Are you telling me we're in? Are we outside of the influence of the Lyre?
You are outside of Lyre itself.
Fascinating.
Pocket dimension.
You are
back to Palm.
you are in my pocket dimension.
Mhm.
Ooh, your pocket dimension. How'd you do it?
Well, I
Got one of these days. What's going
I have the ability to create small pocket dimensions within time and space. That is my ability to be able to do it. To be able to do.
Fascinating. You have the ability to generate simple domains.
Essentially. Yes. Now, you
Have
casting
you tried to
magic.
teach?
You casting magic in here, like, visibly made Korath feel like shit. Like he did, like, you can see like sweat dripping, like even with Mage Hand still floating there, you can see sweat dripping off of his face, and like he's visibly in pain, but he's trying to hide it.
Would probably be best not to cast
Yeah.
magic within this area.
Just wait a minute. So okay, so you're able to create these zones, which means you're putting in a lot of strain. So I'm just going to dispel my Mage Hand. I'm sorry if keeping my magic stable is harming you, but I'd still want to know, have you tried to teach anyone else how to do this?
This is not something that you could be taught. This is what I was born for.
Oh, so you were born with the ability to counteract the power of the Lyre.
And as you dispel Mage Hand, he lets out like a sigh, and a little puff of smoke and fire comes out of his mouth when he does that. He's like, because he's a red dragonborn.
Yeah.
And he's like,
I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and guess that the way that you're doing this and having your own pocket dimension, it has something to do with making your own version of the Aether from your own life force. And that's why casting spells in here sucks for you. Something like that?
essentially, me creating a pocket dimension uses not only my life force, but also an essential amount, an extreme amount of magic. That when I was young, backstory. When I was young, I was when I was young, I was a mage, and I, like every other mage, tried to use magic. And this was before I learned that I could make pocket dimensions. When I did, I was suddenly confronted with a god and a choice. They said I could have whatever I wanted. Anything that my heart desires. And I asked for...
Doesn't sound like Bahamut.
And I asked if I could create spaces of safety for myself. And he said, your wish is my desire. And ever since then, I've been able to create these little pocket dimensions, but I can only create them for a limited amount of time before I need to sleep.
Which means we should probably get to the discussion as to why you called us here.
So
that.
So yeah, I can keep it. I can keep this up for about 8 hours,
All right.
as long as nobody else casts Mage Hand in here.
Or any other spell.
I just wanted to. I was fascinated with the ability. Don't worry, I'm not gonna fucking kill you.
I was going to say, to be fair, we hadn't been warned that would.
I should have
do
warned
anything.
you. I should have, and I'm sorry. I apologize. It is my fault.
It's not a problem.
But
I'm
so
still fascinated, by the way.
so the reason why I brought you here is because no one else can hear, see, or understand us. In fact, nobody even knows that you're in here. Not even Lyre.
Ooh, this is the propaganda room.
I like the sound of this.
So tell us.
I
have
heard,
a quick.
Cece, I heard your thoughts about what you've thought, what you said about your religion
Wait,
and with Lyre.
verbal.
About what you were thinking about with Lyre and with your religion and how stagnant it is, and I agree. I completely agree. I haven't been able to talk to Bahamut since I've been here.
You have
Brock
not been
kinda
able to
perks
contact
up
your
on
god.
that one.
Yes. Most clerics can't even talk to their god.
I have not yet tried to just talk with mine.
Brock is just kind of like looking
Grok.
at him, looking at CC like,
Drizzle's looking right at Grok.
oh, I bet. Because I had this conversation with Drizzle earlier.
I have
Oh,
not yet tried.
Rock, would you like to share something with the class?
I
He looks over, he's
spoke
like,
with my
what?
goddess last night.
He visibly looks shocked. And he like puts his hand, what? Puts his hand on your shoulders and he's staring at you. He's like, what? You could talk to other, wait, you could speak to your god outside of Lyre's domain?
In Lyre's domain, like I was in our dorm room last night and I prayed to Nuada and we had a whole conversation.
This is abnormal. Because you gotta understand that the more people that praise Lyre, the stronger Lyre gets. Lyre does
That's
not
what she told me.
usually allow other people to pray for other gods unless they are also praying for him.
So not only is Lyre a liar, but he's also a denier.
Roll initiative. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god, perfectly understood. I would have understood.
How dare you pun in my house?
For that you shall be punished.
Stop being cringe. You fell cleave.
I listen. There isn't a lot of people that you can talk like this to. Okay? I'm telling you, you can't talk to the orc like this. You can't talk to anyone who has been resurrected by Lyre. Do you understand that? Oh, that goes for all of you.
Turn to
I'm
Marshall.
turning to Marshall.
Honey, my mind has been blown the minute I was able to cast Mage Hand.
Wait, he's been resurrected?
I was gonna say Drizzle just stops and looks at Marshall.
Yeah, looking at Marshall.
He puts his hand on your chest, and you see that there is a small crest that appears on your chest, and you immediately are frozen in time. You can't move, talk, or anything. You are frozen.
Oh, I just got Zawardoed.
He excluded you from his zone.
Oh no. Sorry, Marshall.
You brought a resurrection?
We didn't know.
No.
Well, that's understandable.
Once
okay.
Again, didn't know, yeah.
Okay.
He has
a link. He has a link to Lyre. Everyone who's been resurrected.
Is there a way we can sever it?
Yes, there is a way. But but we could use it. You don't understand. We could use this link. We can kill Lyre.
Fucking called it.
The link could be used against us as well, couldn't it?
Absolutely. But this is the best shot that we have.
Are there others? Other ways.
Other ways? Yes, but a lot harder. A lot harder.
I do not like the idea of using a teammate.
We can't get to the body of Lyre without being a devout follower of Lyre. We can't get to the body of him.
Ugh.
So
And he
What I
knows
hear,
that you
the
would be a
other
devout
ways-
follower or not.
right. So the other ways, backup plan, whatever this is, current plan.
Yes. And with him having a direct connection, I can... instead of severing it, I can mute it. I could, instead of severing it completely, because we don't know what would happen, it might kill him, you know? It might,
Yeah, let's not.
That would be
the,
unfortunate.
the link itself might be the only thing keeping him alive. But I could mute it. I could make it so that it's a one-way connection. You know what I mean? Like he can absorb energy, but he can't send it back.
Liar can't spy on him.
Yeah. But we can spy on Lyre. This is a very unique opportunity because he is a part of your member. He's a party member of yours, so you know him. So he has a connection. He may not know you very well, but he's still a member of your party, which means he has a connection to you, and you have a connection to him, and he has a connection to Lyre. So we can use this. But I'm leaving this up to you. This is your life, your party. I am not going with you on this because if I do, it's gonna too many red flags. So but
You guys have known him longer than I have. I'll leave the decision to you.
Much
Jazala
studying will need done.
specifically, I would say, Jazala is specifically looking at Gil and Grok. Because other than those three, Marshall is the only other last person who has been here since the beginning.
Yeah.
Out of character question, DM.
What's up?
Am I supposed to be like sucking the liar's dick right now?
No. So what he is essentially providing you life through his life force.
Ah, I have been blessed with the gift of life from the Almighty Lyre.
Yeah.
But I'm not like a devout Christian to Lyre.
No. So, yeah.
We do have to take in mind something that's pretty important. Anytime that Lyre would resurrect somebody, it would most likely be for a reason. And I highly doubt that the reason why he would allow Marshall to be resurrected would not be so that way Marshall can destroy him.
No, but Marshall's resurrection is different.
I
He
was
doesn't have any
hired by the
memories of his
Lyre.
past.
That's also
I
true.
mean, that might be
Bjork
part of the plan.
recognized us.
We need to take into consideration that while Lyre is not officially a god, he is the acting god of this world.
Yes.
And so everything is most likely part of a plan, and we don't want to fall directly into that plan as something that will help him.
We're not idiots. We haven't even started talking about things. You're talking to us as if we have already decided, oh, we're going to go with this.
Just
Now,
trying to make sure.
what do we want to do as a group? Yes, this Marshall isn't the same, but it's still
Still
on
Marshall.
some level, it's still Marshall.
Yeah.
And
on this,
as annoying as he was sometimes, he's still a member of our group. We all
Brock
annoy each other, so.
Grox is under the impression here that this is probably the best way to go. Just all the warnings his goddess gave him about Lyre. If this is a way to kind of look into this a little more and make sure, kind of even just to look into what is actually happening, this is our one line of investigation we have right now. So I think that's probably the best idea.
Yeah. So have you decided that you're gonna sever or mute? What?
I think muting would be the best
You.
idea.
It's probably the best. Yeah.
Completely severing it would mean it would not TM. It would um alert Lyre that
Yeah.
something is wrong.
All
And
right.
who knows what would then be thrown at us.
He puts his hand on uh Marshall's chest again, and as he does that, a red pentagram appears on his chest, and you can see that like the sweat is like really he's straining really hard to not only maintain the room but also cast magic. And he's just like he's whispering under his voice. He's casting a bunch of magic, and he's cast 3 different spells upon Marshall, and then dispels the 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 time stop spell that he put on Marshall and brings him back into the room. Marshall, you are back in the room, uh, essentially unfrozen from time, but you are visibly weak. You feel like
Suddenly very tired.
yeah, suddenly like he's super exhausted.
Ah,
Are you all right, Marshall?
Oh God! Oh God! Oh,
I said
Liar,
exhausted,
save
not having
me.
an orgasm.
I'm about to say.
Oh,
I'm about to
Liar
go say what the
Christ! What
fuck.
the fuck was that?
You just
Ayo.
What in Liar's name did I need to know? Did I need to be fucking the world for?
Oh no, you didn't even
you don't
You
even
didn't-
register
even
what
aware.
happened.
yeah.
Oh yeah, no. To
You
the
blinked
rest
and
of
suddenly you're
y'all, to the
tired.
rest of y'all saw I was frozen. Me, I was just like, oh, I was able to cast Mage Hand, and then all of a sudden, I feel like I got King Crimson, and now I'm tired.
Yeah, basically.
I wonder if that's a side effect of the pocket dimension and casting in here. Maybe we should refrain from casting for more than just our friend's safety, but also our own.
But even though I did not feel that I was frozen, I can tell that things have blipped. So I'm just
I
like,
was gonna say,
so
can I roll deception?
yeah,
Yeah, you
no,
can-
I visit. He touched my chest, and all of a sudden he's now tired and standing perfectly still, and I'm just like,
roll deception
So
with
what?
advantage, and Matt roll insight with disadvantage.
What is my deception? I don't think my deception is super high. It's a 0, so
Oh God.
I did not see it because I don't have that tab open. Oh.
Yeah, you do. He does not fall
Yeah,
for your lies.
know.
oh
That's
goodness.
fair. That's fair.
You tried.
You had advantage.
Yeah, and I have a +0. And I rolled a 1 and a 9.
Yeah.
no, so I'm just like, okay, so there was something y'all said that I didn't need to because a liar might be hearing through me. What, you think I'm liar supplier?
All right, I really am starting to like the bard more.
He is going.
The less you think about it, the better, and I mean that in the most literal sense. Don't think about it, you might get us killed.
Does
so
a-
this
Hey, Matt, does a 15 hit your AC?
I am AC 16.
Okay, so he tries to slap you and misses.
I mean,
Cool.
Oh no, oh man, oh he really hates puns.
No, he hated the fact that you said in Lyre's name.
Ah.
Yeah.
Liar.
Yeah, He visibly looks pissed, but
Read the fucking room.
Marshall, please. I understand, but also, please.
this is the person you didn't want me to sever. All right, cool. Anyway, um,
Our defense, you told us it would be a better idea not to.
I mean, you're right, but I also didn't realize that he was an asshole.
Oh, trust
I don't
me.
know. I must
this
have
is
inherited
good.
that from whomever past Marshall was.
I was gonna say, trust me, this is good comparatively speaking.
Well,
And
he,
We met him
regardless-
when we first met him.
Look, they said past Marshall had a fiery personality, so I felt if I adjusted my demeanor a bit, they wouldn't sit there and be all like, "Shut up, imposter! You're not the real Marshall."
he
No, they're just gonna start.
he like looks
He's not
around
before.
and he's like, listen, all right. Anyway, okay. Well, Lyre can't hear us anymore anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But
Good.
we need to think of a way. You need to act well. One, you have to act natural, okay? Like when you're in town and stuff like that. Like don't
Yeah.
bring up the fact that you are trying to overthrow. Like don't talk about like
So
hating-
talk shit. Got it.
don't talk about overthrowing Lyre. Don't talk about any of that stuff. You know, even if you have to just say praise Lyre and you don't mean it, I don't care. Just you know.
Well, Cece, at least your disdain of how your church has turned out might actually look favorable.
This is some wonderful context I have just been applied to.
Yes.
I hope y'all are good at lying.
Oh, I'm fucked.
All right, I
Well-
take it back.
But being good look, man, being good liars was right there.
Rock, don't give him ideas.
Honey, I already
Why
said, I
would you
walked in and
encourage
said
this?
we need to be liars about the liar.
I know I was doing puns last night. I apologized.
Or we're gonna get fired.
Liar, liar,
Going
pants
to
on
fire and air
fire.
with your face if you don't shut up.
Okay. Anyway. About
There is
that.
a problem.
Problem?
I am not good at lying.
Oh.
At all.
Then we
Well,
just
the other
don't
option is just start a beef with everybody in the city.
We're not starting a
Immediately.
beef with everyone in the
I do
city.
not think having the entire
Kale-
town turn on y'all is a good idea.
Kale is just gonna
Yeah.
turn and say a little word of advice. If you find yourself in a situation where you cannot bring yourself to lie,
Just walk away.
it's best to just say nothing at all.
Good idea.
In game
All right,
terms,
so as soon as we
Kevin
go
Lyre-
in, we're gonna tell everybody we're throwing heads with every liar supporter. Got it.
It's been about 3 hours, and he's starting to look a little worse for wear. Okay, I know I said I can keep it up for 8 hours, but casting
But
magic,
that's pushing it.
casting magic in
Yeah.
here, severing the tie, him casting mage hand has lowered the time limit. So I'm gonna have
Is
to.
there anything else we need to hear before you need to close this room?
Goodbye.
All right.
All right, peace out. All right, guys, let's get out before he dies.
I'm so tired. And he waits for you all to leave, and as soon as you leave, he walks out, and the door vanishes, and it becomes it looks like a jail cell.
All right, y'all. Let's start. Let's do this.
Okay. Listen, you are out in the wild now. Okay, you gotta act natural. Just act normal. All right. If you
Fine.
need,
We throwing hands.
It really sounds like you're gonna have a harder time keeping this up than us. Because me, I'm just like, hey guys, how's that liar doing?
yeah, that's great for you, but like there are other people here that aren't you.
Like me.
He'll be fine.
Well,
And he
well,
like
I mean,
he like starts shuffling away, and he's like walking. He walks up the stairs and walks away. He's like, "I'm going to bed."
Understandable.
goodbye. Okay, that didn't actually work. I'm sorry.
Okay, listen, Iris,
It's
calm
just
down.
No, before he even gets to turn around and start yelling, just smacks him upside the head. Just
I said I'm sorry.
Iris, it's Iris. I hate this. I hate everything about this.
All of this.
Okay. Yeah. He he
it's a
leaves.
playful smack. It's not a bad one. But
It is it is late afternoon, almost about, I would say, around like 3:30, 4:30 p.m. So what are you guys doing now?
Just going to the castle.
All right, so everyone stand by while our monk rolls initiative against the city.
Against the city police force.
Yeah, so I'm gonna roll 1,000 d20s.
Yeah, I would kind of just like casually disappear into the crowd because last thing I need is to get fired. I will fucking die.
The entire town just fucking jumps.
Just immediately, everyone in town immediately like cocks their head to the right and starts walking towards you.
I love the idea that this would happen, and we would all just stand there like, nope, nah, this is on them.
They join.
Are you sure you're not? Are you sure you're not Marshall?
Sometimes it
season's
feels
Marshall.
like it.
Marshall has changed, so now we have to have a new person to do the stupid shit.
This is the same guy who kept talking smack to the BBEG and got us into a fight with a dragon.
Yeah,
It's
you're right.
true.
Very true, actually.
Which if you had let me just punch him in the balls, this wouldn't have happened.
You would have had to
just gonna
roll
start-
really good to hit him.
Unfortunately, I can't remember all that shit because all I see whenever I try to look into my past life is the fucking word liar.
So, what are you guys doing with the rest of your afternoon?
Playing music in the city square. Singing my brand new song.
Roll performance.
Oh shit.
Dude, I'm a bard. Performance
Roll?
is a charisma.
Roll performance.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Pretty nice.
As a bard, that's part of being a bard.
Yeah.
Rolling your performance.
Exactly.
Wait, how many bars do we have?
We only have one bard.
One bard.
One.
Okay.
So,
All right. You you play as you play it, you gain a little bit of copper. You gain 1d, I'm going to say 1d20 copper.
We spitting rhymes for 3.
3 copper.
hey, I'm not in it. I'm not in it for
I
the
am
money.
rolling.
I'm in it for the
You
love.
get 20 copper.
I'm in it for the love of the craft and for the wonders of the lyre.
Yeah.
Woo!
Anyways.
Copper, aka 2 silver.
Yep.
Woo. Anyways, I'm going to go to the orc.
Sure. He's in his office.
I'll go with.
Hey, just wondering, we were talking to the blacksmith earlier to see if what we could do about provisions, and he was mentioning his runes being stolen long ago. And I was trying to look into it, and there wasn't a lot of info remaining with the guards. I was wondering if there's anything you could do about it.
Huh. Not a lot of information at the guards.
All the information that we seem to have is that they were brought somewhere in this city.
No,
And I
no,
assume...
Raven.
Oh, yeah.
Not this city, the major city, the main city.
Oh, I thought this was the main.
No, this is the hub town. This is nothing.
Oh.
The major city is 3 hours north. It's far away. Like 3 days north. It's far. This is not the main
Okay.
city.
All right. So just I'll mention that. Just apparently they were brought to the main city,
Ah,
and beyond that, nobody's really sure. I was wondering if you had any connections or potential ways to find leads.
I mean, I don't really have a lot of connections outside of the walls of the city. As I've said, each city has their own diplomatic leaders, essentially.
Okay.
The city you are thinking of is the main city where the king is. And no, not that king.
Yeah. See the furrowing brow for a second, just
Not
Yeah,
he
all
looks
of
at
us
you,
just-
looks at you and goes, "Not that king. Don't worry about it."
like okay, fair. All right, good. Cause that would be weird. I mean, not the weirdest thing. Not the first person whose head I saw separated.
Believe
from the
me,
body
Lyre
who's come
can't bring back
today.
demigods. We've tried.
Okay. Yep.
Um,
The king was a demigod?
yes.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, look, Grok is pretty aware of that point. His goddess mentioned that.
Drizal was not.
Yeah. His goddess referred to the king as the god of that world. So, yeah, no, Grok's pretty aware.
Remember when I said that the world collapsed when the god of the world
King
died?
died. Yeah,
That's
the
the
king.
king.
Yeah, that's why we saw his severed head.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Grok is gonna sit there with York like wouldn't be the first time today that I saw that a man was brought back to life who I saw their head roll, as you understand.
Oh God, you had to. He's like rubbing his neck. Please stop.
Yeah,
Oh God.
yeah.
Ugh.
Just situation is weird. That
Anyway,
you
Yeah.
understand better than most.
excuse me.
All right. Well, if that's where I'd have to go for leads, then if we end up that direction, I know.
Just remember, leaving the city is a very dangerous thing out there. I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, as you know, danger is kind of a thing we do.
that is fair. You know, that's completely fair.
Immediate flashbacks of those damn blood bats.
The outside
Fucking
world
fucking
is a
bat.
terrible place. Think of all the fearsome beasts you could face.
He points in the direction
Alright.
of the main gate. It's up by the castle walls where the guardhouse is. And he's like, if you leave out through there, you can follow that road for 3, maybe 4 days. You will be able to reach the city. I haven't made a name for that city yet, so that
The city.
I
for now.
wasn't prepared for you to want to leave.
Blank
Well,
city.
we're ready to
Yeah,
leave.
got it.
Liar Town number 2.
I thought you guys were gonna take odd jobs in town, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's what I figure too. So.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a busker, so
I mean, at this moment in time, Rock's
He-
only real thing that's been brought up in his presence is the stolen runes from the blacksmith. So that's kind of the quest he's looking into right now.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm actually going to kind of. Oh, go ahead.
No. Well, yeah. Go ahead. It's fine.
I was just going to say, just in character moment of. So, if we're going to travel, we need funds and we need to be equipped.
Yep, definitely.
We should, considering I'm pretty sure all of our food is bad.
Yeah, definitely.
Considering the state of the arm, we should probably take some odd jobs around town, gather our funds, gather more information on the world itself before we traipse out into the world and.
Oh, Ty and Kale, roll me history with advantage.
Da, da, da. Where's my character sheet? There it is. Advantage is still on. And history. For all
Oh my
history,
god.
fucking sucks!
9/11! Ah!
My God.
Okay.
Yeah, we're that kind of group.
Yes. Listen. When me and Raven did the joke about, hey, look, that's the river where your sister died, in fucking Split Fiction, like, literally nothing is off limits anymore.
Yeah, we did a bunch
Listen,
of
I'm
that.
laughing too, okay? Because I couldn't see what I rolled. So I rolled because I had my character sheet in the way. So I pressed the button to roll it. I just hear Overkill randomly shout, "9/11!"
All right, so with the 9, you don't really you didn't read a lot about the world when you were reading of the books. You were more reading of the other
Right.
laws and stuff, so you didn't really understand. But with the 11 that Kale got, you realize that the world around here is extremely dangerous, and outside of the walls there are literally no laws outside of each of the city's gates. There are no
I was gonna
laws.
say, and we were told. Sorry, continue.
So with no laws, there's nothing to stop anyone from murdering you, and they will get away with it. They can do it in front of the guard right outside the gate, and the guard will not be able to do anything to stop it.
Ooh. I mean, it doesn't sound like anything out of the ordinary, to be honest.
Yeah.
But once you have entered inside the city walls, you are under the City Law Act. So each city must follow the same laws of Lyre.
For context, PvP is disabled in towns.
Essentially, you must have right click on them and hit duel.
That's what Millennium Initiative is.
And we're playing hardcore World of Warcraft. So once you're dead, you're dead.
That is how D&D usually works.
Yeah. Well, usually just revivify.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Yeah.
This is the most I had to try and explain it in the most RuneScape way possible.
Okay, so you know what? You could technically do that, and they won't stop you. Because outside,
They'll all stare at you like you got 6 fucking heads for a few minutes.
yeah, and they won't let you back in the city. But
That's fine. At that point, she's leaving the city for another place.
That's fair.
Yeah, but we have to come back, bitch.
Do we though?
Yeah.
Technically, going outside and saying "liar's a liar" is splitting the party.
That's splitting the party.
Because, here's the thing, guys. Cece is unable to stay in any location more than 3 months. She has to be moving.
That's fair.
Well, yes, but there's nothing against you coming back to a place as long as you're still traveling.
Yeah,
Yes?
but if it's been less than a week or 2 or even a month since she's left it, she's not gonna want to go back.
Well, I'm sorry, Cece, but you're gonna have to fucking deal with it because that's how shit like this works. No, anyways, that's an out of character thing.
Fetch quest.
Because her thing is literally traveling and exploring the world.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay.
Y'all are gonna be stationary. She's gonna leave.
I believe they call that the nomadic lifestyle.
Yes.
Yes.
But for her, it's literally a religion.
You get used to that.
And if she starts staying in town, she no longer has a reason to disdain the current Church of Celestian, which makes her a hypocrite, and she doesn't want to be a hypocrite.
You, in town, there are some job listings outside of a local inn. And, a couple,
Guys, continue. I
going.
need to use the bathroom. I'll be right back here.
Sure, no problem.
Hey there, friends. You seem to be new. Go to the quest board and see what you can do.
So outside the on the quest board, there's a couple like go out and hunt. Go out hunt and get hunt some boars, get some meat for the city. Collecting taxes from some of the from some people. Going out killing bandits. Going out to find lost or stolen materials that have been taken from neighboring towns, that have been like deliveries that were supposed to come into town but were lost or stolen by bandits. Going out to find the remains of loved ones. Going out to find kidnapped people who have snuck into the city and kidnapped noblemen, for example. So
You could do almost anything you desire, but we ask for one thing, that you do it in the name of the liar.
Oh, that puts me out.
Well, what do you guys do?
I was gonna say I'm actually
mean-
starting to get really tired.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
late.
We've been going for about 4 hours, which is about double what we typically do
That's fair.
with this
Yeah.
group. It's
Honestly,
I'm having fun. I'm just also getting tired.
With that,
honestly,
then,
I feel like this is a pretty good premiere for season 2.
yeah. With that,
Very good.
thank you guys for watching today's episode. If you liked it, give it a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm sorry that my stream failed, but if you are watching this on YouTube, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Bye.